one weekend. 2 Battle Royale titles. 180 cash winners. It's the Battle Royale event of the year. Who's ready to find the master of the map?
Hello and welcome to day 2 of Master of the Map. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Tommy Dasilo. I am joined once again by Ben Vanel and Adam Knox. We are here to find the winner of Master of the Map, the grand champion of Battle Royale video games. Yesterday was absolutely huge. We are doing it all again today. Adam, what are you looking forward to seeing today?
I'm looking forward to replicating exactly the same thing as yesterday. As you said, we're doing it all again, so it will be identical. And if we deviate at all from yesterday, then I'm going to be furious. But today, it might be difficult because we are playing Fortnite. It's a very popular game, I'm led to believe. And I'm excited to commentate 3 different qualifying rounds, and then that will lead us to finding out who competes in the grand final and overall finding out the master of the map. Isn't that right, Ben?
Yes, boys. I know you said you want it to be the same as yesterday. I think it's going to be different. It's going to go to a whole nother level. I'm excited for today's gameplay. I think it's going to be spectacular. There's something in the air, and it smells like esports.
A disgusting and putrid smell that I hope to remove from my room as soon as I can by going outside, because we can do that again here in Melbourne, but we're making the most of our habitual seating here at our desks and our computers to play a little bit of Fortnite today.
Well, it's the rainy day program. You know, it's cold, it's overcast, it's a bit wet outside. It's a rainy day play, and today it's Fortnite.
Yeah, you know when you're at school and it would rain and the teacher would wheel in an individual PC with ring light and broadcast quality microphone for every single student, and then you'd sit there and you'd commentate esports instead of being allowed to go outside. Fond memories of that from being 11 years old.
It's prepared us well for the first time we've ever done this professionally.
Yeah, that's worth pointing out. For a little context of who we are, we host a podcast called Filthy Casuals. And as you might be able to understand from listening to what that name means, we aren't the most professional Fortnite commentators in the world. Part of the point is that we represent the every person coming in to this experience and having some Fortnite experience. We've all played, a fair bit of it, some of it on our YouTube channel and stuff like that. But we will be, unusually for commentators, less skilled than the people actually playing.
Yeah, so before you kick off in the chat, just remember, this is deliberate, okay?
I think Bruce McAvaney was not as good a footballer as, James Hurd, for example. So I don't think it's a crazy dynamic to have set up. But yes, we host a comedy podcast. That's the way that we approach games, as fun and as casual gamers. And today's going to be a fun and casual day.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think that Fortnite is an extremely fun game and very fun to watch. And as you can see here on the screen, the reason we're here, the reason for the streams is because we have prizes to give away thanks to Fortress Melbourne and thanks to Telstra and Alienware. We have cash. Look at all those dollar amounts. They're real.
Yes, that's real dollars. So this is for teams who make it to the final. Obviously, the grand prize right up there at the top for the team that makes it to the end and wins today. Of course, there is an overall winner for Master of the Map, but these are today's cash prizes for the finalists. So this is
what you can get, for doing the best in Fortnite. So if you make it to the grand final today, you've got money.
Yes.
You're walking away with a fatter wallet than you had when you came in.
Yeah.
And then on the way out, I'm going to get you.
Tell you what, I would have loved that.
On the way out of where?
Wherever they're streaming from. I've got addresses.
Yeah, we're hoping some of the players will be doxing each other on the stream so that Adam can turn up to their house after the event.
That's a joke, to be clear.
From them.
But yeah, it's a fantastic prize pool. Of course, there's cash. There's also other prizes. We'll be giving away some prizes during the day. You can also get spectator prizes. There is a combination of $5,000 cash And then there's a bunch of physical prizes, merch, tangible stuff that we'll be giving away throughout the broadcast at our discretion. Obviously, yes, provided by Alienware. There's also some cool stuff from Telstra. But the prizes, or the categories, I should say, are as follows. We have Big Bang, which is for big explosions during games. Hot Rod, which is any vehicle-related stuff that we think is cool. Got Sharpshooter, which is self-explanatory. And, of course, the Low Blow, the funny thing. What did we give it out for yesterday?
Well, the problem that we
around on the
found
ground, I
yesterday
think.
was that we were watching people who are at such a high skill level of these games that it was pretty rare that they were doing anything kind of like funny or silly. So what it ended up being was if one of us had a particularly good and funny riff, we were giving out the award to just whoever happened to be on screen at the time.
Because it is worth pointing out, as you can see, it's awarded by us. So it's purely based on our discretion, these extra prizes.
Yep.
We aren't in control of the cash, unfortunately, and I lobbied for it. But no, we can give away these extras to whoever we think has done something particularly notable that falls into one of these 4 categories throughout the games.
That's right.
It's an incredibly empowering feeling. I just want to mention again that I feel like I could crush the world.
Yeah, fair to say
Crush the
yesterday
world.
we went drunk with power almost immediately and
Yes.
were told by production to cool it on the awards because I think we went through a sizable chunk of our quota with them within the first 15 minutes of gameplay. So yeah, today I think we'll try and hang back a bit more.
If we keep making funny jokes, we got to keep giving away the Low Blow Award. What can I say? Hey,
And it means it
I'm
can
only
go to
human.
anybody. Anybody at any time can get these prizes here. And you can see that
right.
we're all using those headsets that have been provided to us by Alienware, and Telstra is the other sponsor.
yes.
And Fortress Melbourne are the people who've set it all up as well. And they'll be reopening on the 5th of November here in Melbourne. So if you're around and you're able to get down to Melbourne, that's the day to do it.
That's right.
Well-
Of course, this is a 2-day tournament. You know, we're looking for the Master of the Map, and the Master of the Map will win a trip to Melbourne, a trip to Fortress, and they'll get a replica of this awesome wrestling belt that they've actually made up for the Master of the Map tournament. Incredibly cool prize. So that is what the Master wins.
Yeah, the Masters team, because we will be playing in trios today.
Mhm.
And man, that belt looks really cool. I hadn't noticed it in the video that we've been watching, but if you watch for when that video comes back up again at some point, you will be able to see the detailed, beautiful engraving on this belt. Not only does it hold up pants, but it holds up traffic with the amount of attention that it will draw to your waist. It's a cool looking belt, and it's a cool thing to get a trip down to Fortress Melbourne in order to be able to get it. Also, yeah, you can win awards by just watching this and being in the chat. And if you type in there, I'm led to believe that there's a level of coding you can do here in the Twitch chat. If you put a little exclamation mark and then type "watch win," you'll be able to win spectator awards throughout the day, which is pretty cool in my opinion. But
So
what does that
plenty of
count
ways
for?
to get involved. Everyone could be winning something. Everyone watching, competing. Not us. There's no prizes for us. I mean, we are at work at the moment, so maybe we're not deserving of prizes. But a little show bag or a little inflatable hammer or something being delivered to my house halfway through this for a particularly good job would be great.
I mean, that's insane. I aim to win the hearts and minds of the viewing public. That's what I want to win today.
That's scary. That really that sounds terrifying to me.
You think making people like you is scary? Okay, your intimacy issues are a whole separate thing, Knox.
I've been inside for 262 days, plus the extra that I was doing for the 30 years previous to that. You might even say that I've been isolating for years.
Well, you would have had plenty
Adam,
of time
you've
to
just-
get good at Fortnite too.
You've dropped out of the stream, Adam. I didn't quite hear what you said just before.
The way that this will work during the day as well is that the 3 qualifying rounds that we have, they are scored not only based upon people's placement at the end of the match, but also, as I believe you'll be able to see in a second here underneath my description of this same graphic, is that these trio teams will be scoring based upon placement in the game, but also kills. You have to be aggressive if you want to get into that grand final. Then the grand final itself is pure placement. Whoever does the best gets the most.
That's right. It's real life rules under capitalism.
Yeah.
But yes, Everyone in the final will get that cash. The 5,000 pool is split up, obviously. It's $1,500 for the winning team, which is incredible for a few hours work. It's the same structure as yesterday. If anyone watched along with us yesterday and you're back, firstly, thank you for returning. But you know how it'll run. It's pretty straightforward. There'll be groups. We'll be watching, individual games. I think we'll be zipping around a bit more today than we did yesterday. So we'll be able to catch a whole bunch of gameplay from a whole bunch of fantastic teams today.
Yeah, and watching those teams, again, just to reiterate, if you're playing and you're watching, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to get those kills in the qualifying rounds in order to get the most points to put you in the best position to be able to get into that grand final, where then you can hide like a coward if you so choose.
Yeah, if early on, if you're thinking about building a little shack and just hanging out in it, save that for the grand final. That's the winning strategy for the final match of the day. But yes, early on in these qualifying rounds, we need to see people be aggressive. We need to see people getting amongst it and getting that high kill count up. And
Fortnite is the game that they're going to be killing in.
Yes.
So just for a little bit of context again about us, the amount of Fortnite that we've played is probably like a percentage that you'd have to use a decimal point for compared to the people who will be competing today.
That's right, 100.0%. Well, you played a lot of it, Knox. I know we've played it as trios. That's how we've experienced the game.
Yep.
It's perfectly fitting that's what we're commentating, and have had a great time playing it. We got a lot better as we went on. Obviously, got a lot of tips from our fans and from people annoyed with us for playing the game wrong. But I'm excited to see some of the strategies put into play today, because we saw some with the other Battle Royale game that we watched yesterday, but I want to know what Fortnite tactics look like, and we're going to see that, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited as well to see how people have dressed up in Fortnite, because honestly, one of my favorite things about Fortnite is the fact that it has all of this. I thought I would hate it. I'll be honest about that. I thought before I'd played any Fortnite that I'd be like, I don't want to see Rick and Morty in this game. And it turns out I love seeing Rick and Morty in this game.
Yes.
I know.
In fact, you started we all started spending our own money to buy skins in the game. Within 1 week of playing it, we were doing a series of videos where we were, as 30-year-old men, learning how to play Fortnite. We did one round where we thought we'd done fantastically. We came in the top 3 or something. We put it online, and then immediately found out we'd been playing against bots. And so we did that 4 more times and kept thinking that we were playing real people this time. And so we've got this series of videos that you can go watch if you want of us not knowing how to play Fortnite. And wouldn't you know it, literally that series of videos is what led to us having this job commentating this match today. But I don't really know in terms of when we've played it. I'm not really very good at any of it, but specifically the crafting, the building is something that I'm not very au fait with in our experience. And that is the thing that I'm really looking forward to observing today, seeing the strategies that people use with the building mechanic, because it's it's a bridge too far for me, a bridge that I don't even know what button to press in order to build in that game. So
worth pointing out too, because we're so impressed by good high quality building, that if you can craft something that we really like, that might earn you a little extra prize there.
Okay.
You can whip up a little Statue of Liberty or Eiffel Tower, or a Leaning Tower of Pisa, or one of the 4 other global landmarks that I know about.
Sydney Opera House, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
If you can build the Colossus of Rhodes, I will absolutely be blown away.
Civ style, yes.
If you can build the McDonald's that's near Knox's house, I reckon he's going to fire off an award to you.
Man.
Walk through the drive-through, classic move.
Yeah. If anyone
don't
wants
make
to
me
not
hungry, I'll be
focus
furious about it.
If anyone wants to not focus on killing and instead construct a giant male genitalia within Fortnite that you can see from up in the sky, again, I think that's really gonna appeal to us. We're gonna have to hit the low blow button for that one.
Couldn't disagree more with you, Tommy. There, and it's for the range of different views that we have, that we make such a good combination.
But you're right. What we have to give it, the low blow award would be the one we'd have to give out for funny building, because there's nothing else that really applies unless they build a car. But that's not awesome. Oh,
man, no. The cars are provided for you. Fortnite is something that I got I am able to put a dollar amount on how much more into it I was than I thought I would be. And the game itself is incredibly fun. The building stuff does become a lot easier the more that you have experience with it, and the complexities of what it allows you to do make for an interesting and varied game, as I'm sure all of the people watching this know. But if you haven't played much Fortnite and you're watching this, don't worry, you'll be able to be brought along on the journey by us. By us going, what did they do there?
Yeah, what's that? Can someone Google what that is quickly?
Who's Rick?
I am looking for the skins. That's one of my main interests today. I'm glad that we will get to do a fashion report, a legitimate fashion report. We'll be able to cover everyone's skins, everyone's weapons, all that stuff. That'll be a key element of our coverage today, I think.
Yes, it'll be good to talk fashion in the game. You mentioned, Ben, earlier wanting to win the hearts and minds of the viewers. Both days that we've sat down to do this, you have been told by production to change what you're wearing because it's been messing with
shamed.
your camera.
I've been fashion shamed. I like to
Poor
wear
man
white
with his
t-shirts.
little outfit laid out on the bed, ready to go.
I
Like
know.
this is what's gonna really kill on the stream.
We got the
Being told
production
no.
team coming over our ears and saying, actually, Limp Bizkit isn't cool anymore. Go change your shirt, Ben.
Take off the goggles, take off the top hat. Steampunk is out. It's not appropriate. So
But
I'm
no,
wearing
I'm
the-
looking forward to seeing some Ariana Grandes, seeing some Rick and Morty's. Who else is in there at the moment? They got Superman.
I think there's some Halloween stuff going on right now. I'm actually not sure who the latest are available, so maybe we'll be able to get some fresh fashion off of the streets of Milan for pleasure today.
What association do you think the fashion houses of Milan have with Fortnite?
Well,
honestly, they could do at some point. There's some there. Yeah, Tommy, weren't you saying that there was like a designer who was in there who you liked recently?
Balenciaga did a collab recently in there where you could get
Okay.
dressed up in their clothing. So honestly, the Fortnite is at the point now where it's like you can't even really make a joke about like, oh, imagine this being in there because it probably is going to happen within the next 6 months. Let's try and make some predictions on the stream.
Yeah.
Who we think is going to turn up there. All of the Real Housewives, past and present. I reckon they'll be in their skins in some stage.
I would love to get a collaboration between Fortnite and the Mr. Big section of Target, and then I can dress myself in game the same way that I look out of game. That'd be fantastic for
Fortnite
me.
X High and Mighty coming soon.
Yeah. Get some Hawaiian shirts on.
I want to see, on the Hearts and Minds track, famous presidents from around the world and throughout history. I want to see JFK. I want to see FDR. I want to see maybe some prime ministers. I want to see Churchill.
I can think specifically with at least one of the ones you've mentioned, a huge reason why they might avoid having that particular president anywhere near an in-game grassy knoll.
Forget that one. What about Bobby Kennedy instead? That one's surely, he was only the Attorney General, I think, but still.
It can only go well. Chucking in politics
figures.
into Fortnite, I think that can only end with everybody having a good time.
I agree, and that's not ironic.
But yeah, we're going to be watching some trios today. That's been our experience with the game. And yeah, a lot of fun. Honestly though, like the things I've enjoyed about doing it are the non-competitive elements of it. Like we mentioned this in the game yesterday, but sitting in the tray of a ute and just having one of your boys drive you around the map. Great fun stuff. So hopefully we see some good vehicle action today, because that's my favorite part about these games, just cruising around.
I've played a lot of solos of Fortnite mainly, like we've played trios together, so I'm not as well versed in reviving other people or cooperating in any way in or out of game. So
you can see that in our Human Fall Flat video.
But what you're going to see right now is the very first game. We're here with Group A for Game 1, the first qualifying game of the day, and I couldn't be more adrenaline in my body right now.
So much adrenaline, you've forgotten how to speak.
It's affecting my jaw and my tongue because I feel like I myself have jumped out of a battle bus. I'm genuinely really excited to watch these games.
Me too. I'm excited to see what competitors we have in this group and this game. I know there's some well-known people playing today. I know we've got Barjo from Good Game. I think is in Group A.
Yeah, we'll
and here we
we'll
go.
be able to see here.
Yeah.
Because there's a number of people who will be pointing out for everyone watching if they are people who you might be interested in knowing a bit more about. For instance, this is Shark Girl from the Lava Boy and Shark Girl Spy Kids series.
Oh, I love their little parachute thing. That little birdie.
The crow here, yeah.
Heels at pubs.
So we're watching Keels, which is it's called a glider. And let me tell you,
I've played it before.
We know about that. Honestly, part of this, like, I'm not great at remembering nouns at the best of times for things I'm incredibly well acquainted with. I will forget proper nouns of family members.
Aren't you like level 100 in Fortnite? That's not going to change how well we remember things.
Yeah, exactly. I forget like birthdays. I forget where things are in relation to me, just geography and basic directions.
So you're going to want to shield up. That's what I've learned from playing Fortnite is you're going to want to shield up fast. Don't muck around for too long because you don't want to waste that shield and cop a bullet to the head.
Now, do you think this person is, as per their username, actually at the pub?
Could
Well,
be.
they could be. Yeah.
Made a booking early days, like, you know what? I think that reopening date is coming early. I want to compete in Master
Smashing
of
the
Map.
kegs in real life at the pub and in the game.
Lightning Dragon. Okay, that's a powerful name.
Yeah, it's not.
They're playing alongside Unknown Slob, which balances it out. But of course, everyone's smashing stuff up to get resources to craft and build, of course.
Early days in the game here, when all you really need to do is show disrespect for your surroundings.
Yep.
I tell you what, the way these rocks wobble, it looks enough like jelly that it genuinely makes me hungry.
Jelly's not... you don't really ever hear of jelly as a real hunger quencher. God, I'm starving. Could really go at jelly.
I feel like jelly's gone out of fashion. Maybe it's just an age thing. Maybe it's out of fashion for someone in their 30s to eat rather than a child. But I don't see a lot of jelly talk anymore.
The idea that it's out of fashion with children as well, just a 3-year-old going, jelly, mother, how droll.
Yeah, maybe it'll come back around, and currently we're not ready for jelly, but like it could be.
I mean, I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
Not this particular group. Having a look at Galaxy McJoel here. And Luca, who is apparently on a higher frames per second.
Yes.
Congratulations, Luca.
Galaxy McJoel wisely. Oh, here we go. Here's Barjo.
You might know Barjo from Good Game on at the ABC. Remember that? The Australian Broadcasting Corporation.
Yep.
And here's a wonderful thing about Fortnite. You get this spectator view.
I love this. So
who wouldn't want to watch the action from further away?
Preston Hill. Love the skin on Barjo too. This is, I assume, a Rebel pilot.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah?
From Star Trek, right?
Yeah.
We also got Chris Holmes on the team today. Who played yesterday too. So is a potential winner, maybe, or at least placer of getting the full Master of the Map. Some gliding, some running around, not a lot of conflict yet.
Oh, here we go!
How dare I speak?
Next time you want something to happen, Knox, just say it's not currently happening.
There's not $1 million landing in my lap. So that's a slipstream there, which is something that isn't always in the game. You can travel quickly inside of those for people who aren't necessarily. Because Fortnite, one of the things about Fortnite is that it does change, season to season.
Yes.
So the particulars of what you've got in the map alter to keep it fresh for people, or to keep it confusing for people who aren't playing it too often.
Oh, what's this skin? It looks kind of like Kid Icarus.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is some serious building.
Oh.
Oh! Not
I'll
serious
just
enough.
I'll correct something I quickly said before as well, that Holmes isn't eligible for Master of the Map because it has to be the same team competing. So there were different members on the team yesterday, so it's same teams only.
Oh, I love this. I love this morph suit with the daisy on the back. That's
now,
a beautiful view.
This is one of the famous forts.
But it seems to be daytime. This makes no sense.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it's a bug. I think it's a game bug. But yes,
boys, feel for an hour. We need to change the time of day in the stream. Something's gone wrong.
A couple of different squads here setting themselves up for a conflict.
Yeah.
I personally think we should be able to settle our problems through discussion.
Maybe we could encourage that throughout today. Put down your guns, turn on your mics, and let's settle this like gentle people.
Yeah, I don't know I wonder how happy Fortress would be with us if we just encouraged all these guys to get off the game and just sit down and have a good chin wag and work it out that way instead.
No, in game. What are you talking about? It's still got to be an event that everyone can watch. Just get the sit emote and sit down in a circle and we can hash it out.
So these two squads separating here as well, not quite ready to duke it out just yet. They've decided to go their separate ways. Harry Potter's coming in.
Shirtless lad Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is halfway through Equus.
Avada Kedavra, you mug!
Oh, yes.
Akio, a cold one! I ain't catching the snitch. Don't like snitches.
Pint of butterbeer. Pint of butterbeer.
Pint of butterbeer, sort you right out. Here with a werewolf that bit ya.
You trying to muggle me off in front of my pals?
Don't mug yourself, mate. Now we've got some vehicle action here, which is always exciting.
Yep.
Moving across the land at a faster speed than your legs can carry you.
I love these overhead shots that we can get in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Create a little bit more of a cinematic feeling.
Exactly right. What's this skin? It's like a salamander.
I think it might be a salamander.
Can we confirm? Tommy, what do you think? Is it a salamander? In the chat
I'm gonna say salamander. We got to form a united front on this one, boys.
We've got two squads here.
Yeah. Their giant structure has attracted the attention of their opponents. TJ Ninja 32 is down.
As we've learned by things opening up, you can't hide inside forever. Even though it's still pretty tempting at this point. Because you can hear people screaming and having fun in the streets, but boy, does it make you nervous.
At this stage, so this is Asvik, one of the the last remaining teammate of TJ Ninja and Humpty Dumpty.
That's right.
The assault on this fort appears to be going well for the opposing team, and
they're taken out by Adrift, Tired, and Ignite. Humpty Dumpty, unfortunately, as we saw falling off that wall earlier on, hopefully can be put back together again, but we will be able to confirm that for you later.
Well, with no teammates around to revive them, I would have to say they can't.
I'm getting word that the King's Men are also down.
And it's a beautiful little MC Escher-esque structure they've inherited here.
Isn't it? That's, I mean, I know I'm objectively wrong, but I've always thought...
For that to be at the beginning of a sentence, to know that you're wrong, but then go into it. But yeah.
Feel free to check out of what I'm about to say, because it's completely inaccurate, but here I go.
I've always thought that focusing on honing your combat skills and your observation and, hunting the other teams would be of a higher priority than building, because as we saw there, the people focusing on building their fort just got taken out by a team with better, reflexes.
Yeah, it's a push and pull, right? Like you don't want to have no defenses because then you're done for. But if you focus on your defenses, then it gives the other team the chance to attack. And I've been led to believe by my friend Sun that offense is the greatest form of defense.
Okay.
Your friend's son said that.
No, my friend is named Sun Tzu.
They called their son?
I suppose so, but
Well, I guess that
At a
whoever
certain point,
gave
yeah.
birth to Sun Tzu called their son, yeah.
yeah, Father Zoo taught him a lot about war. But and we've got a
Ooh,
suit happening here.
yeah.
Badger taking some fire.
Big Jono going
Holmes and
for it.
Genslinger
Bajo
in
is
a
Ooh,
poor
nice.
position here. Yep, the whole team wiped.
No, the entire team wiped out.
Big Jono,
Big
Jarlin,
Jono.
and Daytime Driller.
Twitter's famous Big Jono.
Wait, are you Big Jono from Twitter?
Daytime Driller was my nickname at university.
Okay. You don't want to be drilling at the nighttime or you get noise complaints.
Exactly right. I worked in construction at university. So this victorious team is just jumping around, celebrating, moving on to the next targets.
Third of the way through the teams here as well. 10 remaining.
Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, here we go.
Sweet wheels.
Run someone over, and we'll give you
The rest of the car ain't bad either.
Not for me.
I'm more of a spoiler man, personally.
Dumbledore dies.
How dare you, mate? Don't spoil that for me.
Here we go with two more squads coming up on each other. So the view that we get as well here, it's not necessarily the case that these two squads are aware of each other's existence.
No, not at all.
Yes.
No.
Worth pointing out.
Ooh, some more action. Daytime Driller. Yeah, these guys are just going around hunting people. I'm loving it.
It's what you got to do. You want to be able to get those kills at the end there.
Yep.
And they have absolutely burned through two teams now, right?
Yeah.
That's
Great,
pretty good, and they're doing it
great
with that
collaboration.
offense.
Yes.
So I am predisposed, if they win this, to maybe calling them eligible for a sharpshooter award. Everything to play for in this particular
Skirmish.
conflict. Yeah.
Oh, there's a car there. If something happens with the car, anything, I'm giving it a
That's
an
it.
award.
They're down. Big Jono and team have done it again.
Wow.
I would call that with the offense that they're on. I reckon let's give them a sharpshooter award because
Yep.
they've
All
got
right,
the
they
idea.
did a lot of correct shooting there.
You want to put them down in the middle of the site. It's a sharpshooter award for Big Jono and then before. Congratulations.
And what have we got here? Drift is bad, Tide Pie. Oh, and Ignite, another successful team that we've seen take down others.
Because those kills are just as important as
Ooh.
placement
Big
in this
Jono.
particular format of game.
Yes. Okay, so we got another little skirmish here. Galaxy McJoel trying to take down.
Oof. Okay.
Whoa!
The two teams that we've
Bang.
seen highest on the kill have clashed here.
Yeah.
And it looks like,
Lucas down. Daytime Driller and Jalen trying to take out Galaxy McJoel, who's putting up defenses. We've got another team coming in, Crusade, 7.
I believe Big Jono and squad just got down too.
Oh, no. No.
Oh no, I'm wrong. Hey, I
No,
just said I believe
they,
it.
They took down the other team.
I wonder if people like Fortnite so much, like millennials and younger, because it lets you simulate building a house.
Do some of Daddy's negative gearing.
Yeah, a lot of these staircases here were actually paid for by the parents of the players. They won't tell you that on social media, but it's how they managed to do it.
So Big Jono themselves is down, Nox. You're right there, but
Right,
their teammates Daytime Driller and Jalen are still live and kicking, and now they're in a stash of their own.
Healing back up
Yep.
with time inside here.
Ignite, FA Marks, and Adrift is bad, trying to take them out.
So this
Man,
always
what a
looks like the
building.
opening credits to Home Improvement from that angle. Don't you think?
I don't, but I like that you think it.
yeah. I'm happy for you.
All right, production, bring up the home improvement opening credits in picture so that the guys can see how accurate that was.
I don't reckon that's gonna happen.
I think I deserve the sharpshooter award just for that one, honestly.
I think there's someone in the booth right now going,
Yes, there we go.
Ooh! Oh, that was
some nice shooting from a distance.
Yeah.
Only 2 left on that squad there too. Daytime Driller and Jalen left alone.
Huge jump there from Jalen.
A lot more aggression from Jalen and from Daytime Driller here.
Yeah.
Fishy and the squad are really holding up here.
Little Santa Claus. We haven't seen that so far. No. Festive attire.
Get up.
Mustang Claus, not Santa Claus. Mustang Claus is Santa Claus's car, which he doesn't end up using too much.
No.
Oof, and down in the air.
Oh dear, yeah. Come on, Jarlin. Take someone out.
We're getting down to it with the encroaching circle here, so you'd imagine that these 8 remaining teams don't have too long left.
No. Well, there's another team in the background we haven't seen so far. There, Cough, I think I saw, and a James Bond username.
James Bond?
Oh,
the entire team is Santa Claus's. Very nice.
It's nice to have a theme team. I don't mind having a theme team at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Theme team for a stream.
Okay.
Time to heal back up there. Mafia Monster might be taking a hit themselves.
Ho-ho!
2 to the back of the head.
Tide Pie looks down
Tide
and
Pie's
out.
done for. Eliminated by Jalen, who, yeah, again, the aggression is really paying off for the teams who are doing that.
Yeah. And yeah, Jarlin is just trying to track everyone down and put them out of their misery. This team is huddled inside their fort, playing
James
very
likes
defensively.
Bond, Rizzed, and Cough. Sorry, I should have turned the mic off there before I coughed, but
Rizzed is down and eliminated, it looks like.
Rizzed is
Just
out.
about, yep.
Cough needs to get that
Cough,
looked at.
low, yeah.
Because the helmet's dropping.
Wow, Jarlin and Daytime Driller are very good at Fortnite. I'm calling it. To the extent that they're killing most of the other people in the game.
Oof.
Very nice.
James likes Bond in a tough position here with, I think,
Yep.
another team flanking them from that building that was over to their other side. God, it's good to use the word flanking from time to time.
Yeah.
You only get to do it if you're talking about military tactics or dolphins. Dolphins have a flank.
Poof.
James
What
like
about-
Bond is down.
As a
Daniel
cut of
Craig
meat.
out as the actor. Yeah, I guess you could say it as a cut of meat too.
Very generous of you. Thank you.
So only 7 teams left. A lot of holding up here.
Yep.
I like this creepy sunflower skin with the white suit.
Yeah.
Daytime Driller is just ferocious in their attack on other players. Really aggressive stuff.
That team, even down, I wish I knew the team name off the top of my head, but the even with 1 down out of their 3, they're still doing very well.
Yeah.
A lot of caution from the team here with Mafia Monster. Because we've seen, like, just not even huge amounts of building from Jalen here, just the bare minimum to try and
just
get in
tearing
there
through
and
it. Yeah.
shred people.
Shredding them. Getting shredded to stereo.
And they know that the other team is in that box there, and it looks as though that someone's gotten through. I saw a bunch of health bars drop quite quickly there.
Yeah.
Ozbats and McPablo, get out from under the house or I'm going to call your mother.
So Jarlin and Daytime Drill are still kicking kicking people's butts. So they, I think, had the better of that last conflict.
I think Jalen might have just taken a big hit though from the Santa Clauses here.
Oh no. There, he's on the naughty list. Daytime Driller. I want to see someone throw a grenade.
Okay. That had the tone of like someone from the Hunger Games watching the fight and going like, make them throw grenades in there. It's
weird. It's weird.
It does
the three
feel
of us
a little...
are on Chase Lounges at the moment being fed grapes as we're watching this.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why our cameras are switched off during the game. Our big palm leaves come into fairness.
Our English dialogue is only marginally better than Squid Game's, though.
Daytime Driller up in the sky.
A Squid Game Fortnite skin would be awesome.
Oh, yes.
There's no way it's not minutes away from being launched, right?
Mid-tournament, hopefully, someone can just make the swap.
Yes. So this team appears to have been holding up for the entire game. I don't know how many kills they've got. 0, it looks like.
Yeah.
So that is not a good strategy.
They get points for placement, but yeah, you really need those kills to be able to get yourself into the grand final here.
Yep. Can someone tell them, jump on their stream and let them know that the Filthy Boys have given them some advice?
Which means they should probably disregard it promptly.
Yeah. Well, we did notice in yesterday's gameplay that someone did make it through to the final by camping one of their qualifying rounds, so who knows? This is very
Mark's
sneaky.
left alone and camping out underneath a tent. But full health, lots of items.
Yep, and 1 kill.
1 kill on the board.
No kill to their teammates.
The circle closing in tighter and tighter.
Yeah. God, this is tense.
So we've got McPablo and Ozbats, Nez and Daytime Driller. They're a couple of and Ozdes. So there's one team left with all 3 players.
Yep.
But the rest are all down at least 1.
Daytime Driller with 14 kills, 5 to Jono, and Jalen we've lost, but has 10 kills to their name.
Big Jono and Jalen both down, but Daytime Driller with 14 kills too. So they're doing incredibly well for scoring, even if they get knocked out at this point.
Very good chance.
But then
that's a sharpshooter. Let's give that
that's
one away
a sharpshooter. I'm happy
to Daytime Driller.
Daytime Driller, you're shooting
Incredible
sharply.
reflexes.
Look at that.
Nicely done.
Look at that confetti.
You'll win a wonderful prize.
Who's going to pick all that confetti up?
I just did. I sucked it into my mouth.
But Pablo, Ozbats, and Ozdares, all 3 of them left, but like we said, very few kills there. And Daytime Driller playing well enough that they might be able to pull something out here.
They just eliminated one of the I think it was Ozbats. So down to 3 players. Daytime
just
Driller
enough time to take a shield. And that's it.
Okay.
Or we're just getting some music. I was wondering.
You really do like to go off half-cocked, Nox.
Hey, the music, it there you go.
There you go.
A victory royale for McPablo, Ozbats, and Ozdes.
Daytime Driller eliminated, but a very healthy amount of kills to their name.
And we're seeing there the fact that, like, Jalen and the team walks away with way more kills than the other team who did place ahead of them, but only by 1. So the overall scoring might end up not necessarily in the victorious team's favor, but congratulations to that team for winning the round.
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't been made privy to the knowledge about how they work it out with the placings versus the eliminations. It's a little above our pay grade, but rest assured, there's someone in at Fortress right now with a big whiteboard and trusty marker out doing the maths.
They've
pretty
got
sure
a ton
we
of
have been made
Alienware
aware of it.
computers there, but unfortunately,
Pretty sure
it's all being done on the whiteboard.
They definitely have showed us how they do it. We just aren't as good at maths as them.
Yeah. Well, it's all being tallied now over at Fortress Melbourne. Here on the big Master of the Map tournament. We've just watched the first round of Fortnite get played for the day, and we'll be having our the tallied results shown to you later on here on the Master of the Map, brought to you by Telstra and Alienware and Fortress Melbourne.
Yes.
So,
now what are you guys' thoughts on the match? That expected to see a lot of building, but yeah, I mean that is even I was expecting a lot. That was more than I was expecting. I really have been mentally underselling in my own head and in my own Fortnite experience how much building you have to do in this game. It is a lot.
well, not necessarily, because our focused team for the match, let's say, Daytime Driller, Jarlin, and Twitter's Big Jono, barely did any building. Sure, they did some building in terms of
True.
barriers in front of them. They didn't build any forts necessarily. They just went for the other teams, and I think it's probably paid off.
Yeah, building up kills is probably the way to go in this particular tournament until you get to that grand final, and then everything changes in an exciting way, which they wouldn't do in most sports. Just suddenly change the rules of AFL for the grand final. Go actually, you know what? Points are worth 6 now, and the goals, they're 1.
So
Sure.
we could have a grand final of this where we're just watching people build houses and then hang out with them. We could have a grand final that goes for about 7 hours because the players are just treating it like it's Sin City. No competitiveness, no aggression. Time will tell. But yeah, as a first qualifying round, I feel like that one has gotten us off to a great start for the day. That was exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
An advantage to the players playing in the later rounds too, because you can see there how much you are getting a benefit, and I'm sure you'll see it from the results as we tally them up with the smoke billowing out of the Fortress Melbourne supercomputer. You'll see that the aggression there from that team will work in their favor, as we've said a few times.
Yep.
What do you think of the fashion of the first round? Any skins catch your eye so far?
Yeah, let's do our first fashion report of the day.
The morph suit with the flower backpack. It's a disturbing look, but I like that. Again, it's it's aesthetically very weird. It's and yeah, I feel like if I saw that coming at me in a field, I'd be absolutely terrified.
Anyone in a morph suit, even when they're trying to have fun, even just people at a morph suit at a thing being like, "Look at me, I'm in." You know what a morph suit is, so surely you're not off put by me. Wrong, I am.
Yeah,
I can see too much.
I don't want to
I
view
need
the
more
human
of a
form.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes.
Amorphous blobs only. So we're going to see some stats here from Group B. We were following Group A just before, but this is the leaderboard for Group B, who is the off-camera match taking place. Brolic Clan came away with a win there with 29 points, and you can see the rest. Team S7, Al Speedos in descending order. Wow.
Team 2.5 men. Interesting.
Yeah.
East
Charlie
Coast,
Sheen.
don't mind that. The Chupapis, Chefs Squad. Dolphins is a team name I recognize from yesterday. Heavy Metal Unicorns as well, I believe. We'll be watching Group B in the next match. So we will be watching, this group in the second of the 3 qualifying matches. After that we take a break and tally up the rest of the points, we'll be coming back to watch teams such as Brolic Clan, Teams S7, Al Speedos, Hands Don't Work, 2.5 Men, Team Fantasy, et al.
The Dolphins. We can say flanking heaps during that. I'll be able to say flank a bunch.
Is that like a weird sex thing? Why do you know that? Anyway, we've
No,
got some
they just have
replays
a
here.
flank.
No, there's no time for you to
I'm a
deny it.
marine
There's some
biologist.
replays here. There's some replays here from the game we just watched. Of course, we saw TJ Ninja cop it live as we were commentating. Beautiful shooting from up high there from a person in a purple chicken costume, it looked like.
I'm a marine biologist, by the way, because I'm a regular biologist, but I was in the US military. This is, Badger, Holmes, and Genslinger going down early on.
To a very powerful team, and it ended up being, they really copped it.
That's got to feel good, killing someone in a game who's been on TV.
Yeah, that's the incentive for everyone out there to take part in these tournaments.
Yeah.
Get one back.
For ratings. I'm not sure what I'd say to someone I was killing off of TV. You're axed!
That's not
That
bad.
might be a cool one.
Yeah. I would probably just be like, hey, I'm a big fan. And say something nice.
Not my attitude.
The attitude of a man who has a sexual thing with dolphins. Now,
Now, that's
7
not
cents a
something
day don't
we
go for
can-
you to be playing this game.
You know that I won't talk over you because of broadcasting professionalism.
and here we are with another very exciting and kind of confusing gunfight. But this again is Jarlan, member of this team, just absolutely going ham on some fools.
The nature of the Fortnite close encounter, right, is that you are swinging around wildly when you're in close confines like that. Unless you're a good player, in which case you are accurately shooting at the enemy.
Of course, this is the winning team we're watching right now. Not very many kills, so
yeah, it'll be interesting to
curious
see,
to
how the scoreboard pans out.
such a
And then-
small.
So was it a kill to Daytime Driller, or was that the outside the circle stuff?
I
Just
believe
forgetting
that was an
nouns.
outside the circle.
The storm. Nah. See, I do know it. I can remember nouns much later than I need to recall them, but I remember them eventually. So yeah, interesting to go back and watch that and see the other group's results there too.
Yeah. So, yeah, we are going to take a quick break, and then we will be coming back with Game 2, and we'll be watching Group B. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to Day 2 of Master of the Map. We've just watched the first qualifying round of Fortnite. We saw a fantastic match. As a reminder, there are so many prizes up for grabs. $5,000 worth of cash, $7,500 worth of prizes from Alienware and Fortress. Fortress Melbourne have put this on. They are running the event. They are reopening November 5. We've got a little video to show you about them, so let's take a look. So yeah, as you saw just there, Fortress is opening back again on November 5th. Fortress is back. Fun is back in Melbourne. Adam, are you looking forward to heading down there when they're reopened in a couple of weeks?
Yes, despite my crippling anxiety about going outside again, I actually am looking forward to this one specific place. That'll be the one place I risk it all for. It's fine, I'm vaccinated, but on November 5th, I'll get down there. Remember, Guy Fawkes Day isn't really a thing in Australia. I guess it's Fortress Melbourne Day forever from now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
The 5th of November is when they're back. They got heaps of stuff there.
You've been here for years, Knox, and you're still keeping that British holiday just close to front of mind at all times.
I can't help it. Faulty Towers is pretty good. We've got, so down at Fortress Melbourne, you can get things like they've got roaming performers there, which is something that I didn't know about earlier than when I did find out about it. But it's a pretty cool and unique thing about the place. It's enormous, and they've got a whole bunch of Alienware computers and gaming rigs there because Alienware is a sponsor of this stream too, as well as Telstra. It's a cool place to get down to on the 5th of November, in my opinion. As in the meantime, we watch the second qualifying game of Fortnite. Group B is who will be watching this time. And I am done tooting for this one.
I'm playing this music live in my house right now. What do you guys think? I just pulled the drums up to the mic.
It's great.
Cool. Did you make this?
If you want more information about Fortress reopening, of course, go to fortressmelbourne.com/fun. We'll type !fun in the Twitch chat. You'll get all the information you need. But I reckon all the information you need is go to Fortress Melbourne on the 5th of November and have a sick time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't even need to have a sick time if you don't want to. If you're in a bad mood, that's up to you. But I bet Fortress Melbourne will be able to help out. Here we are in game 2.
With a positive attitude, as all the competitors will be in game 2. Everyone's hoping to rack up some kills and get a good placement.
Nate PTK, Sea Treaters, and another person who we were watching gliding in just then, and a bit of surfing going on from Jess X7 as the players come down, hopefully having thanked the bus driver. See, I'm not lying about knowing things about Fortnite.
Bit of Dr. Strangelove action here, riding the bomb all the way down.
Yeehaw.
Very nice.
Beam
Riding
away,
the bomb all the way down, that's a thing Adam's done a few times before in his stand-up comedy career.
Bit of fun. Hey, Tommy, sorry, I think you just disconnected from me for a second. I'm sure you were saying something.
He
that I
said
wanted
riding
to
the bomb
hear.
all the way down is something you've done many times in your stand-up career, Adam.
Oh, that's fair to say then, yes.
All right, so yeah. Ooh, already some action. People must have dropped down close together. Duke
Yeah,
the
we've
Duke,
got
JS.
Duke
on
the
run.
Duke. Hands don't work, which is going to be possibly a bit of a difficulty for them if they're playing Fortnite.
Hey, they might have an
Nash.fm.
accessible controller.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, but you could. I'd love to see people going into this and playing it with a dance mat. Like I think I said this yesterday, but like those Dark Souls speed runs that people do, I genuinely do find that stuff so impressive. Playing in a Fortnite tournament with a racing wheel
Would be terrible. Why handicap yourself? Now this is
Well,
a
this
sick
bit,
car.
this bit, you'd be doing pretty well with a racing wheel.
Yes,
You're
very
like,
true.
I knew this would pay off.
Yeah, we can't get out of the car, everyone. I got one of these Logitech thing. It's not working very well.
It's like speed. The car can't drop below 50 miles per hour or stop.
Speed, but the bus driver's just like, I'm not able to walk out of this. I just have to drive.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the only problem on the bus today.
So we've got a couple of teams in shouting distance of each other here.
Yeah, one of them, I know what they would shout over to them as well.
Land Spiker.
It's not easy being green.
It's an impediment to our ability to stream when there are language guidelines not followed by the names of the players. We're not allowed to say the word midnight. We've all done the same thing.
Whoa, mate.
Sorry. It's just an example. You're allowed to say it as an example.
It's like the Scottish play. You know, 1 minute after 11:59 p.m.
A couple of teams who
yep.
do seem to be being cautious of each other there, so maybe
Yeah.
aware of each other's existence. But it feels like a fun little... It feels like being behind the scenes of a play, getting to see everybody from that sort of outside perspective, you know?
Yep.
I think even the 13-year-olds playing this game today would bash you for comparing this to being behind the scenes at a play, Adam.
It's like getting to tread the boards, but the real boards, in my opinion, are the boards behind the boards. The lighting riggers. I'm that guy who like does the big bow to the tech staff at the end of the play, the big showy actor hands
Yeah.
clasped together.
Yeah.
Landspiker, Midnight, and Capalot not in a good position early on here. Kermit, D-Frog is down though. They managed to fight back against Kermit. Miss
Yeah, I think
Piggy
Capalot
style.
is actually attacking these three. Capalot and the player who cannot be named.
Yeah, Voldemort over there,
Yeah.
downed.
Oh, Voldemort's down. Yeah, okay. So they've come in for the on the offense and Duke the Duke, Capalot.
I would certainly say that player has come in on the offense. Based upon their name, thank you very
Well,
much.
they've thankfully been eliminated from the game, so we don't have
Makes
to
it
worry
easier
about
for
them
us.
anymore.
You know what, Nash? For being able to do that, thank you very much.
Yeah.
That is a low
Yeah.
blow. Well
That's
done,
a low
Nash.
blow, Nash.
Yeah.
Thank you.
A
It's
low
sort of
blow
a
for
reverse
Nash.
low blow. Yeah.
Yeah, taking the high road in this particular case.
Maybe
Oh.
Nash is someone from a production team who took him out just to make our job easier.
The
Now,
Grinch
this
is
a
here.
Oh, it's the Grinch. Okay.
Yeah.
Sniping away. Well,
The Grinch loves Halloween. That's why they're here.
they don't love
why they hate
accurately
Christmas.
shooting, though.
No,
Unfortunately.
not at this particular moment. Good green camouflage, though, against the grass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Grinch normally
Jessex7.
from a snowy environment. So, the Grinch standing out here, the camouflage here, but if this were a snowy area,
Yeah.
the Grinch would stand out like they do to all the Who's in Whoville for not liking Christmas.
Interesting little construction going on here. We're zooming in on a fish, I believe, or a squirrel. Excellent work from the observers there.
Looking at Broken Skull, Kumquat, and Dark Hypo 420 here. I know what that means. I'm tapping my nose even though I'm not on screen.
We could hear it in the mic.
Really?
A little thud. No, I'm kidding. But imagine.
Excellent shooting there by Broken
nice
Skull.
and clean from Broken Skull.
Bang,
Not a
and
name
that's
that they're
the
gonna have to
elimination.
live up to.
Execution style. Just bang, bang. Shaggy. Well, they are also in a morph suit.
Zoinks, they're in trouble here, but they knock down Deer Hunter, which I believe later in the film, Deer Hunter does that to themselves.
Shaggy eliminated Deer Hunter, but if you ask them, they would say they didn't do it.
The Grinch here, as well as Matty Shevlin, an AFLW player, worth pointing out. Trying Jennifer is the name, but Matty Shevlin.
Oh, that's
is
Matty
the name
Shevlin.
behind the name.
Yep.
It's not the Grinch, by the way.
That's
It's
not
a
the Grinch. It's a
Yeah.
duck.
I didn't think it was the Grinch.
It looks
I
like the
don't-
Grinch. You tell
From
me
behind
Matty
the
page
Shevlin doesn't look
initially.
like the Grinch?
Matty Shevlin has a much more positive attitude towards Christmas, from what I know. But doing well. You know, stayed alive, got in a couple of skirmishes there. No eliminations yet so far, unfortunately. But the team is all alive and kicking. They're actually, looks like they're meeting up with them now.
It looks like we've come onto this team just taking down another squad as well. By the looks of
Yes.
things. There
Yeah.
was one little health bar that disappeared. I like this, the color of this sunset here. Well, that's
Well, too bad. All right, here we go. Here's some car action. I love it when people drive around. What have we got?
Mr. Fantasy driving
yes.
a coupe
Rex
today,
Juice.
I believe.
Rex
Instead
Juice
of
Scrub.
the regular van.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, we've got a
That's
little bit of farming going
that's a
on here.
pinata if I've ever seen one. Oh,
Delicious candy spilling from its innards.
a couple of wolves.
I don't know where I'm from, because English people don't say candy. And Australian people kind of do, but lollies is really the thing.
Yep. Sweets.
You can see up,
Lollies.
I saw up on the HUD there as well that Shaggy got taken down, and here's trying Jennifer, which is Matty Shevlin, being knocked down.
Ooh, knocked down, being revived, it looks like, or eliminated. Or neither.
No,
No, it's
just-
an elimination. Sad to see you go. Maddie?
The rest of the team's still up, though.
Yes.
Bouncy Detective living up to the name by having a little jump there. Batman, the world's greatest detective, but the world's bounciest detective. Maybe better at solving certain crimes, if the crimes are like on a high shelf.
Yep.
This Triana OCE here, a supported streamer.
What is this costume? What is this skin?
Don't know. Skirt.
I do like when a team has all got the same skin on. It's nice.
Yes, me too. Me too.
I'm loving the thematic teams, yeah. Just makes everything a little bit more aesthetic.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, these are bots, it looks like, yeah.
Yeah.
Are they? No. Yes?
Yes. Non-playable
Oh!
characters to those of us in the game.
If this is yeah, I'm going to give away a Big Bang Award for that explosion that took BMO out.
Oh, all right. Big bang, baby, for BMO. Big bang, for BMO.
And then who have we got here? Hands don't work. Oh, this is the team with Duke the Duke and Nash.
Nash.fm sounds like an old place where you would scrabble your songs, like Last FM. It sounds like a competitor even to the failed Last FM.
Yeah.
Or a Finnish website. Right?
Yeah. I guess that would be Finland.
Yeah.
Just where
Jump in that
dolphins
ute
live.
and go for a hoon.
A lot of trouble here for
Yeah.
Tibbs, Quaddy, and Wrath Spirit. They are really being,
Surrounded.
in my opinion, flanked.
No, this is a pincer movement, mate. Only from 2 directions. You're way off here. Oh, and that was some excellent sharpshooting there from Shaggy.
Who I thought got down, I must have had it the other way around. High flying stuff from Tibbs there. That looked pretty cool to me. Rogue's Oily Toes. Truly a name that is visually evocative. Oh yeah, Rouges.
Yeah.
Rat Spirit and Quaddy lower on health and the
We
players.
dive straight into the action here. Quaddy.
You're done in the basement. Oof. Right at the edge of the storm here, Toadslayer and the other player there looking to be inside of it. Ugh. You wouldn't want to be in it. Shaggy, Mark Gideus, and another player who I won't try to pronounce because I think I will get it wrong. Doing some excellent vertical construction here. Moving on up, I believe, is what pro Fortnite streamers say. Like the theme song to The Jeffersons, I believe.
Again,
Moving on up.
what country did you grow up in? and what era?
I just have access to YouTube.
I forgot about YouTube.
Uh-huh. Religious Bow. Hopefully, the big man upstairs comes through for you. As they take on another team.
An apple a day. Haven't
Quite
seen
a
that
distance away.
username yet.
Hopefully there's a player called the Doctor who won't be able to touch him.
There is a doctor in one of the other groups, isn't there?
I believe... No, I think it's DRM, but the DR looks like Doctor.
Yeah.
If you don't read the entire thing.
It's a video game reference, guys.
What is a video game?
No,
A really fantastic car they're able to drive that vertically up a hill.
I
Yeah.
want to see something happen with a car.
Looked like a family sedan, but it was really climbing.
It was. Maybe it was an all-wheel drive.
I'd love to be able to drive a car. Feeling
It's
the
really
wind in
fun.
your hair.
You have your license. It's up to you.
Yeah.
It's too scary.
I have a car, Greg. Could you drive it?
That's
A couple
a
of
huge
squads
tower.
here fighting each other in that tower, being picked at by snipers in another tower as
Yeah.
well, which is a great tactic. Let the other people fight it out and then pick up the vulture tactic.
Yes.
Come in and clean up the scraps.
But you do still want to get those kills. You definitely want to actually contribute to your kill tally.
Yeah, you gotta keep that in mind. As we've tried to mention to these people, but it goes in one ear and out the other.
I don't think they're listening to us.
Well, everyone
Literally.
should be.
I've been looking him up online and DMing him as we've been talking.
Good, good.
So they know.
Thank you.
An elimination there. Duke the Duke taking out these same people from across the two competing fortresses here. Competing purely based on gunplay, not on the quality of the fortress. But visually, I like the one that was closer to us in the shot before.
My favorite fortress? Fortress Melbourne.
Mine is Fort Knox. Sorry, but I know it's nepotism. Religious Bow and Phase, Booga, Fan, 69. The more you read in that name, the better it gets.
Yeah.
With the high ground here, with Nash and Handstone work, and Duke the Duke in a separate tower down the bottom.
I don't think
to
we've
the
seen
side.
an apple a day before. They're off in
No.
the distance, though.
It looks as though that team is maybe hiding out and waiting for the heat to die down. Which, like we've
The
said,
heat today, damn.
yeah, the heat coming out of the gunfire,
Oh, yeah, them hot barrels.
them hot explosions. Handstone work, making a go of it here.
Yeah.
Coming in to take on the whole squad.
A few kills. No one approaching the tally that we saw teams in our previous game. It's a ridiculously high number of kills for those competitors.
No one with any particularly high kills, and we've only got 8 squads left out of the 20.
Yeah.
So they might have been evenly spread between those ones who have been eliminated.
Yes, very true. And we've definitely seen some sort of showdowns, but not a team specifically that's been particularly aggressive so far.
No, a lot more caution in this particular game, as I see a car drive off a cliff. Which for me is a hot rod move. I don't know what player it was, but Toad Slayer's in my view. So congratulations, Toad Slayer.
No, you can't give it to him.
These are arbitrary. It's luck of the draw, baby. That's the chaos of Fortnite. Is sometimes
I believe they just got eliminated, so it was a parting gift to Toad Slayer for being near a car.
Power stealth. Contradictory terms there. Sneaking angrily.
Well, that's you know, there's a few characters in gaming that could be described as sneaking angrily.
But if you're sneaking angrily, you're going to be clomping about, and everyone's going to hear you.
You could just do it with a scowl on your face.
No, you've got to do it with ginger, oily toes.
It's not. Oh yeah, it is Rouge.
Power stealth in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah.
Unable to sneak their way out of the situation.
Well, we've seen a lot of Toad Slayer, Rouge's oily toes, and Power Stealth, but they haven't attained many kills so far.
No, Shaggy's team doing all right with the kills here, and doing all right with the health and the shields. Primitive and Speed next, not doing too well.
No.
Stuck in an awkward situation,
Exactly, yeah. Someone throw a lasso at them? What am I seeing?
There is a Venom, I forget what they're called. It's not an epic thing. I mean, it is an epic thing because it's a Fortnite game. It's like, someone will have corrected me by now in the chat, and everyone watching will know. But
all you've said is the word Venom. How does anyone know what you're talking about?
Because it's Venom from the film Venom, the hit motion picture series Venom, and you can reach out and capture people and drag them towards you. It's God, I wish I could.
With the symbiote's powers.
Yeah. There goes Primitive, shot out of the sky.
So, is this all the remaining teams? That is a small storm circle.
Yeah.
Well, it's closing in, that's for sure.
Only 6 teams and 12 players between, and we can see 3 filling out this squad. So there's got to be at least one who is a solo
Basil,
player. It looks like
Fimo.
Power Stealth.
Yeah, right. Hands don't work. Yeah, got the full team.
I'm sure Power is probably the name of their team as well, but
right.
I like calling them Power Stealth. Activate Power Stealth! A real turn of the century.
Ooh, smacked into Religious Bow. Oh, destroying that fort.
I like when, in the case of BMO, someone will have the AU at the end of their username, which to me implies the existence of like an international confederacy of different BMOs all across the world.
Hello, I'm actually the Spanish BMO.
El BMO.
Keeping things under lock up here. BMO with the great bucket hat too.
Yeah, I love a bucket hat. They'll be making their appearances again on Melbourne beach fronts.
Okay. Look at this multi-camera view we've got here. So we've got BMO stealth, I can't quite figure out from this thing where everyone is in relation to each other, but I'm sure...
I feel like I'm having a seizure.
Interesting that production didn't trust us with the 4-camera view until now, and you know what? They were right to do it, because it's very overwhelming. Within seconds, we completely lost our minds.
Yep.
Handstone work down in the basement taking some shield.
Love Mark's hair, by the way. Love a bit of teal into darker.
Sure.
Shaggy still alive and kicking.
Like one of those deep sea fish.
Yes. Yeah, I love that stuff. Wow.
Very
Basil
ocean
fan has
oriented today.
Basil fan can see a lot of opponents, but they're hiding underneath this fortress wisely. Although they need to get some kills up.
Ah, what a relief.
Climbing. Climbing high. You know,
So
if you
Basil
can build
Fan
a
and BMO
tower-
down the bottom there, we can see, you get a bit of a lay of the land here. Religious Bow all alone by the looks of things. Oh no, there's Facebook Fan 69 with them as well. Having rockets rain down upon them.
By Shaggy with the big bazooka. With a pumpkin in it. Love that.
Here's a Scooby snack for you. And then they would fire the rocket launcher after something like that.
Oh, excellent.
Nicely done.
Excellent. Stealth, not stealthy enough. BMO, copper rocket.
BMO surely
Shaggy.
in trouble here.
Yeah. Oh, no. But yeah, very well placed here, Shaggy.
That looked like BMO down. 3 squads remaining, 7 players between them, as you can see.
Ooh!
Okay, this team has pretty high kill count at this point.
Yeah. Duke the Duke, copping one.
Make
About
it
to
at this,
go down.
Yeah. Make it at this late in with that high of a kill count could mean that we're looking at a top of the pile team there.
Yeah, Religious Bow. Just hanging on.
Oof.
And maybe not for much longer.
Yeah, getting caught by the storm there for a moment.
No teammates left, not a lot of help. Ooh!
That's Religious Bow down. And that will be a victory royale. Which is called a victory royale with cheese in France. I can't help myself. I know a million other people would have made that joke 100,000 times before, but I said the word royale and my brain wouldn't let me move on until that. But that is game number 2, done and dusted here on Master of the Map.
A trademark Adam Knox joke, predicting the negative feedback midway through making the gag. You love to see it. So yeah.
So that was Shaggy. That was Shaggy et al. We followed them for a lot of that match, and yeah, one of the more aggressive teams, and that paid off. They had that great placement at the end of the match, up on the tower, and were just taking people out left, right, and center. Fantastic play there.
Yeah, like my friend Son says, if you can get the high ground, then that is beneficial in the field of war, the theater of war.
Your friend's
son said that?
Wow.
Yeah,
Why is
he's
your
a-
friend's son so into... I guess he's a Fortnite player.
A terrifying young child. A really off-putting young boy. Always giving me little tips for if war breaks out, because I guess that generation knows that it's going to one day. But war is concluded for the second game there.
Yes.
A lot more cautious play than the first game, it felt like to me.
Absolutely.
Totally. I think by pure chance we followed such an aggressive team in the first game that I think it was bound to be a little bit more cautious in game 2, but still a lot of intense conflicts there, a lot of building, and again a lot of teams not really building or focusing on building large structures, just running around focusing on blowing people up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think of the fashions in that one? We didn't see too many new skins from the game before it, but we all got made to look like complete idiots by assuming that the duck thing was the Grinch.
Yeah, I got to be honest, I was disappointed it wasn't the Grinch.
Yeah, that would be cool,
Okay.
having the Grinch
Okay.
in there.
It seems
Well,
like
it
the
wasn't.
sort of...
So stop
I know
talking
I have
about
to
the
move
Grinch.
on at some point, but if whoever owns the Grinch, I suppose the estate of Dr. Seuss, if you could get in contact with me, and then I'll call Epic, and I'll broker a deal. Don't worry about it. We'll get the Who's in there. It wouldn't be too bad for me.
I still liked the green duck though. I thought it was kind of better because ducks
No.
are funny looking.
It's
Yeah.
no Grinch.
What, you're
Ducks
saying
are
I don't
funny.
like it better?
I mean, anytime a camera pans around and you see a beak where you weren't expecting to see a beak, that's good stuff. I'm with you.
That's
I kind
hilarious.
of ultimately prefer to being a
Yeah.
duck.
That's true. That's the Daffy Duck model. After taking a blast
Exactly.
from Elmer Fudd to the face, the beak is at the
Yeah.
back, and everybody loves it. So you are right about that. I'm coming around on it, but I just I would love to see the Grinch in Fortnite now, and I can't move past it. Seeing his shields grow 3 sizes that
Can
day
we
and all that
mute
sort of thing.
Adam's microphone until he stops talking about the Grinch?
It's not going to happen. I'm going to be gone for the rest of the stream in that case. I'm going to be a real Fortress Melbourne.
We
I
have
know what
another
Adam's
morph
doing after
suit.
this. All Grinch movies back to back. Yeah.
Mainlining
Yeah.
some Grinch. If you're just joining us as well, this is Master of the Map. We're watching Fortnite today. We've just done the second round, and this is supported and brought to you by Fortress Melbourne, who you can see the logo on behind us, and sponsored by Telstra and Alienware. And we're very happy to be here today, seeing some pretty darn cool Fortnite gameplay, in my opinion.
I concur, Adam.
We're just waiting for the stats and the leaderboard to come up from the last match, but we should have a good tally soon. Yeah, some good kill counts at the end there from some of the last teams standing. But it's gonna be interesting to see how these teams match up, especially in a match like that was a lot less aggressive in the earlier stages.
Yeah, I think you called it, Knox. The kills were a lot more spread out, and some of those were attributed to teams that didn't make it, even close to the end in terms of placement. So
right,
it's going to be a combination of that gameplay, right? The aggressive play and the ability to last through to the end. And if you get both, it seems like you'll be pretty much a shoo-in to at least make the finals.
Because those teams that have been eliminating or have been eliminated early but have gotten some kills along the way early on there, they sap the ability to get those kills from the top players. So you're leveling out the playing field, even by going in gung-ho and not making it too far up the placement.
Yeah.
You're still doing good things for yourself and the other teams. Also, I'll just remind everybody that you can win prizes at home or at the pub if you're there, or wherever you might be, by typing !WatchWin into the Twitch chat. And there are giveaways, thanks to, again, the sponsors, Alienware and Telstra. But here is the leaderboard from Group B as it stands.
So Brolic, of course, 2 in a row for Brolic. They've placed top of the group, top of the group 2 times in a row. Team S7 also are featured.
Yeah, a big gap between the points there of Brolic and Team S7 versus Alspedos and those below. So it's going to be hard to catch up, especially for Three Musketeers and Team Indirect, Team Nigeria, Symbiote, and Rush. Who unfortunately, is still sitting on no points. So that'd be where the filthy casuals would be if we were competing in this tournament.
I don't know. Brolic, of course, this Shaggy, Mark Kadogas, and Tiwa Riomu. A very active team in the game that we just watched.
Yep.
And justifiably so. They're right up the top.
It's good. You can see directly how your aggressiveness pans out to points right there. It can't be made clearer than how far ahead Team S7 and Brolic are from the rest of the competition. I'm interested to see if anyone because East Coast and MBX could maybe claw their way into the 6 and make it to the grand final.
Yep. We've got some replays from the game that we just watched. Excellent stuff. Oh, that's a huge jump from Juke to Juke. Love that stuff.
It's like jumping in a dream. When you get when you have one of those big jump dreams.
Yeah, and your pants are off and you're giving a speech and you jump away really, really far.
I jump right towards it. I'm not afraid of public speaking, even though I'm not capable of it. Some great play from when Deer Hunter got deer hunted earlier on. It's good to go back into the replay here and see some of the players we weren't really following as we were watching the live game too, and see what was happening with the rest of the map. Love these wolves.
Love some wolf action.
I reckon I'd have been able to make friends with a wolf back in the early days of humanity when they got turned into dogs. I reckon animals like me, especially dolphins.
That's some sharpshooting there from Hands Don't Work. Let's give a sharpshooting award for Hands Don't Work for 2 kills. They're incredibly close together.
Look at that. You can even get awards in the replays. So if something gets missed, you might get unmissed later on.
Or we might miss it twice. You never know.
The play's so nice, we missed it twice. This is where
If you get
Triana and
missed-
company got taken down.
If you get missed, don't get pissed. That's my advice.
That's the motto. Hey, if you
Yep.
get missed, you might get kissed.
Wait a minute.
Not by me, but like maybe later on by someone if you want. Maybe that'll end up happening. I can't
Well,
say
that's-
for sure.
Kind of a vague thing to put into a little rhyming slogan, but hey.
If you get missed, maybe there'll be a twist. And you'll end up getting an award later on.
Or a kiss. Maybe. Can't say for sure. It might just happen later in the day or further
Yep.
down the track in the week.
Mark could do with a big jump here. Up
That
to
was-
almost, if they were... Oh, wow, was that a knockdown there? An elimination. That was
That
pretty
was an
cool.
elimination, yeah.
You know what? I missed it.
Oh, that was the victory. Yeah, we didn't quite see. I don't think we saw this from the winning team's perspective, but excellent play from that team.
Very cool stuff here at the second round of Fortress. So we're over halfway in terms of the qualifying rounds.
Yep.
Which, you know, those leaderboards, as we saw them for Group B at least, are going to be hard to make move too much. It's going to be tough for those teams who are towards the bottom to claw their way up, but they will be able to get a place in the six, which are the ones who move on to the grand final. So there's everything to play for still.
Absolutely. If they play aggressively enough, perhaps they can get, top 3. They just have to get kills and placement. And if you manage to combine it in one qualifying round, you're probably into the finals. So go hard.
All right, we are going to be back with the third qualifying game for today, right after this break. Welcome back to day 2 of Master of the Map. We have seen 2 qualifying rounds of Fortnite so far. We are going to, at the end of the day, we are going to know who is the Master of the Map. There is $5,000 in cash up in prizes. And yeah, we got one more game to watch before we get into the grand final. I believe we are about to see the results, the leaderboard of Group C coming up soon.
Yeah, we've got all of the groups to go through here. I believe we're going to just do a general check-in with how the games have been going. As you can see, Group A is here. Get a load of these Fortnite players.
WMC are clear leaders. Again, we've got 2 up the top of the group, sort of holding firm with a bit of a gap between third. Everything from third down, though, pretty close. There's opportunities for a lot of those teams to claw their way into the qualifying top bracket.
It is worth noting as well that some of those zeros there, so I've been told by the production staff that if your name that you were submitting your scores through is different from the name that you were using for your team in game, that's why some of those zeros are showing up. If there's a mismatch there, the scores aren't tallied properly. So do make sure those are the same.
It could also have just been because you were quite bad and got not exclusively, exclusively because of the username thing.
I'm going to lean towards the username thing, given these are people confident enough to be entering a professional Fortnite tournament with money on the line.
A great excuse to have, though. But yeah, but do make sure they're matched up, as a lot of the teams here for Group B have. So this is the group we were looking at just before in the second game.
Yes.
Brolic Clan way out in front with a big old 62.
Yes, yep. Because I believe we saw their results from the first game, even though we weren't watching Group B, and Brolic Clan were top even from the first qualifying game, and they've just extended that lead, really lording it over Team S7 and the rest in Group B.
Named after the thing that we do to prepare for every podcast that we record together, which is to give each other a brolic. Just like a cat, just like a friendly cat, just to reassuringly let each other know that we're here. And, we're okay with it.
It was awful in March 2020 when they were saying, sing happy birthday while you wash your hands and don't lick your fellow podcasters. It was a really tough time for us.
It's been difficult, but we've adjusted. It's good to get back to the new normal where my tongue's ready, boys.
I want to make it very clear that I was outvoted on this strategy.
Group C.
Here we are with, Group C.
Yeah, they're the group who we're going to be watching for the next game, and it's good to get an idea of who's making plays and pushing buttons here. Where are they? I'll tell you where they are. They're only at the bloody top.
Yeah. Although a more of a spread of points in this game group, it looks like a lot more people who did not match their team names up to the one that they submitted to Fortress. So yes, the sort of tabulation of the scores is possibly a little thrown off by that. So that will be the reason for so many zeros. But where are they?
Yeah, a team that includes
Doing well.
Fasfi, who is a supported streamer here at Fortress Melbourne, sponsored by Alienware
a
and
cosplayer.
Telstra.
Yeah, I think we follow Fasfi on Twitter.
Right.
Very exciting to see them doing so well in today's Master of the Map tournament.
I wonder what people would think, not to necessarily give a chat too much of a thing to do, but if you were going to assume who we would cosplay as, who would you pick for each of us? I would be interested to know that. As we look here at Group D, the Weet-Bix kids have not been eating enough of them. I do 7 a day because Power and Danath are unbelievably far ahead.
Yeah. That's a suspiciously high total of points there. Maybe the zeros of those teams in Group D are legit because all the points have gone to Power plus Danath.
Yeah.
Incredible score there.
What is this, the London Tube? Because the gap is enormous.
Oh,
Beware the gap. You ever been to London? I'm from England. Anyway, the lads, the Gremlins, Seven Wonders, and Jar are also all hovering around the same sort of numbers there.
Yep.
In that top six.
I know we've restricted the competitors for the tournament to Australia and New Zealand. Tommy, I'm pretty sure we did that for the hosts as well. I don't know how this this Palm has got in here in this trio.
I moved here when I was 4, so I've lost the accent, but I've kept all the references because I watched what my parents watched on television.
Yeah, so that was Group D we were looking at there with an incredible disparity between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
We'll be running this. We've got a few more groups to go through. Is that right? Or perhaps
Group B is the last one to have a look at here.
Yeah.
Which Duty Carries has carried the whole team up to the top of the leaderboard there, and then
it's
Tom
the name
Jordan.
of the team. It's the name of the team.
Yeah, but it's got carries in it, so you use the word carry.
They've duty carried each other to the top.
They've duty carry fished themselves a win at the top of the leaderboard there. Tom Jordan, Team PP, which is very funny. Caddy Owners, X-Force, and Dasher Trio are the followers after that. Yeah, a lot of zeros there. Just again, if you missed it the first time, if your name that you submitted for the Fortress Melbourne people to tally everything is different to the one you're using in game, it doesn't match up, and that's why some of those points aren't being allocated properly. So make sure it gets all evened out. Same names across the board. Pretend we're the government.
I also think it's too late to change, so we're just making you aware of why there are zeros.
Hey,
it's not a system error.
I think people can always change.
Well, I disagree. In this specific case.
I completely disagree. In almost every case, people are who they are, and there's nothing they can do about it.
I don't know. Yep. You've told me not to do stuff like this before, and here I am, still doing it. So I've changed. Someone who listens to someone who doesn't. Up next, we have got Group C as our focus for the third game, the final qualifying match before we get ourselves into the grand final.
Yes, so Group C, was this the group with the huge disparity?
Yes,
maybe
it was.
Just okay. Well, we'll get to see firsthand if this team is truly ridiculously talented at Fortnite. Yep. I assume they're just going to murk everyone in about 5 seconds. So I'm very excited to see how this pans out.
Yeah, man. I've forgotten the name of that top team, to be honest with you. But we'll
Didn't
see
need to admit that.
Well, I just wish
yourself.
I wish I could
You'll
refer
know it when you
to
see
them.
it. You'd hope.
I'd like to, but we don't see the team names on the screen is the thing. So we'll have to guess who the players are. But here they are: Twitch, Mr. Ozza,
nice,
Adam Ross Fanboy, and Reverb AU are the people we're following into the field early on here.
I mean, hopefully the skill level will just tell us who that winning team are. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like we'll be able to tell immediately.
Maybe.
A little skeleton costume here. Loving that. Riding the pinata down.
Low ground was Fasfi, who we mentioned before, as well, for viewers.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Wherever you are, maybe you're at home, maybe you're in the car, just to get a bit of peace and quiet for once.
Rex is getting some shots off.
Killing that dog. The poor pooch, like in Jurassic Park: The Lost World, getting eaten up in the kennel.
Okay, all right. A lot of prep work going on here, laying the groundwork. Another team, another player name we can't say.
I wonder if these two teams know that they're next to each other as well. It's always interesting being able to see from this view that they are near each other, but of course the players themselves might not be aware. If only we could warn them!
No, that would be interference. That would be not allowed at all.
There'd be nothing to commentate. It'd just be us going, yep, well, they're listening to our advice and fleeing to the other side of the map, and this is a pretty boring game now.
Mighty Duck 95 playing Fortnite instead of the normal sport of ice hockey they are known for. The underdog again, perhaps.
Is Emilio Estevez coaching this team? That's what I want to know.
There was a team called 2.5 Men, which had his brother in it.
Oh, okay. So this could be a battle of the brothers.
Yeah, brother v brother. What does that happen in? There's got to be something about two brothers fighting. Metal Gear Solid.
I believe the film Warrior, starring Joel Edgerton and Tom Hardy, is about brothers fighting each other.
The first portion of Step Brothers? But I suppose they're not brothers. Yeah. That's part of the point.
The latter part of Step Brothers, perhaps.
So we've got a couple of teams here closing in on each other, building up
in
and
the
having
building. Oh!
Oof.
Some melee action going on.
Bit of swiping. Dora the Explorer not happy about it.
Someone is getting annihilated in there.
Yeah,
I think it was Wonka Mex.
Wonka Mex is down. The Augustus Gloop of the game going out first.
Sidetracked is down. And it's A's. Wow. That was Mighty Duck, the only player left on that team, I believe.
Possibly, yeah. We've got Rex and this fellow who we are following. Wonka Mex's friend.
Old mate.
Insta. I guess we could just call them Insta.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
That's safe.
Just skip the second half, like I did with the film Step Brothers. So it looks as...
Oh!
Yeah, Mighty Duck's been found under the stairs like an...
Sharpshooting there from Insta. Very sharpshooting. That's a sharpshooter award if ever I've seen one. A
sharpshooter for Insta for killing Harry Potter in his bedroom.
Destroying... the Dursleys' house? Is that their name?
Yeah, Dursleys.
Yep.
Okay. Not a big Harry Potter head.
Now this.
This is a... Yeah, can we give out another award?
Yeah,
so
that's a hot rod.
That's a hot rod for sure.
That's a hot rod award. They're doing doughies in the car park.
Yeah.
Absolutely love to see it.
Love this.
That's hearing a player called Pooh honking that horn really got me.
And Toasty Goat. Oh, some more car action.
That could have almost been a low blow as well, the double.
We've yet to see it.
No, we gotta hold off. We gotta hold off.
Yeah, we need to keep an eye out for a low blow, actually.
High ground, mid ground, and low ground here, which is, low ground being Fastfee, who we mentioned before.
Yes. Yeah.
Getting an expensive cross-country taxi ride, I've got to assume. Mate, I actually think there's a quicker way we could go than this. Sorry, I think you missed the turn back there, because we're off the road there. Have you had a good night?
A lot of business tonight, or...?
Yeah, pretty crazy. It must be crazy for you being out of lockdown, huh? Yeah, anyway, do you reckon we could go through the Macca's drive-thru on the way home?
You can get something if you want.
Oh, wow.
The way to make off right into that slipstream thing there.
Yeah.
Too much for goats who left.
Do a big jump. And they've done a big jump. Maybe they can hear us. They're trying to get in the slipstream and the car just won't go in.
It won't accept it.
They've given up and they're going manually.
On foot.
Acoustic traveling.
No kills for this team so far.
It's definitely not noticeable with the Fortnite here compared to the Battle Royale game we were watching yesterday, how much more spread out the teams are early on.
Yep.
Usually.
Yep.
Yep.
Lag Brazzers. My favorite website combined with the worst thing that can happen to your internet.
I hate it when Brazzers lags for me. It's brutal. Out of sync with what's going on with me.
All right, we got a
Follow
little
the
face off
story.
here.
Who is absolutely shooting?
Did you eat something weird for lunch, Knox?
Yeah, sorry. That's why my camera's off at the moment. I'm commentating from a different room of the house. A little bit of throne commentating here.
So this is the other team that's in this shootout: SR Cars, Loyal Ape, and of course, Lag Brazzers. Who do I want to win here? I love Pooh, but I also love Lag Brazzers.
You go to some of the websites I go to, you can get both at once.
Excellent,
Yes.
excellent sniping from Brazzers.
Also true of Loyal Ape and SR Cuz.
Cousin Loyal Ape really running down Toasty Goats there.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this, like, J.J. Abrams zoom in.
Yes. So SR Cars, yes, we're still chasing this team down. Toasty Goat got plenty of health, though. Toasty Goat.
Yeah, no shield, though.
For
and
now.
Nowhere to hide. Oh, but a trampoline to bounce off of.
Well, we are watching a hunt
Yeah.
in progress. Oh, Toasty Goat! It's so
Toasty
close!
able to put down the walls just before the metaphorical walls close in, but I think it might be, yeah.
We've lost Toasty Goat.
Curtains for the goat.
They've been cooked. They've been made into a delicious curry. Toasty Goat is down.
Oh man, I could eat a curry.
Ah, goat curry, one of my favorite curries.
I haven't had it in a long time.
I've never had one.
Really? Ah, I've
Never
got some
eaten goat.
recommendations.
Go on.
Well,
Cook the goat
I don't know.
before eating
We're not allowed to plug businesses around Melbourne.
Oh, right.
Apart from Fortress Melbourne.
Just tell me, just to give me directions from my house.
Well, first I'll tell everyone where you live, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
if you drive anything like this car, you're gonna have a hard time getting there. Off!
Oh!
The car exploding on them, unfortunately.
Let's give a Big Bang Award to
I think
Dementsd there.
that's
That's a Big Bang Award
Yeah.
for Dementsd.
Yeah.
Because their car exploded.
The manufacturers say that it can't happen, but I heard that a friend actually it did
Yeah.
happen to them with their car. Absolutely
Oh, yes.
high ground, telling the truth here. Low ground and mid ground proven to be liars from where they're standing.
That's an incredible castle. It looks like something out of Platformer or something.
Yeah.
Great building.
An enormous building.
The-
You know what? That building
Are they
as well-
posing?
I think they might have heard what we said earlier. That we would give out awards for impressive buildings.
Yeah.
That's an impressive one.
It's
They're
a big
building.
F.
Oh,
Big
oh!
F.
That's
Loyal
a big F. What do you
company,
think
man.
the F stands for, boys? I reckon it might stand for Fortress.
It could
What
do.
award can we give out? Let's give out a low blow for
That's
this
a low
high ground,
Yeah.
incredible building.
For appealing to the back of the room.
Yes.
Yeah. Playing to the
Yes.
judges by making
Yep.
Fortress Melbourne's. You can see it in the logos behind us when we come back on screen. You'll be able to see what they were building there.
Yes.
Really lowering their chances of getting into the grand final with that maneuver, but it's given them a low blow. Brazzers
Oof. Oh no.
in a lot of trouble there. By trouble, I mean dead.
Yes, a full elimination for Brazzers.
Yeah.
SR Cousin Loyal Ape, though, still with plenty of health, although under attack.
Yeah, GLM seems to be taking it to task here.
Yeah. And they're gone.
That's it. They're out.
And they're out. They're out of the room. They're out of the contest.
10 teams remaining. I'm gonna try and do my olden days. I guess I'd say Unreal Tournament. That's an epic game. I'm gonna do my Unreal Tournament voice.
No, I wouldn't have.
Multi-kill.
Monster kill. Okay, alright. So yes, GLM clearly an established team, and really good teamwork. Absolutely annihilating those players we were watching before.
Talking about my generation.
Yeah, they're on the attack here.
Yeah.
I don't know who that player was, but they're going to die soon, I reckon.
I'm liking
Loyal
this.
Cap.
These
Loyal
pursuits. These pursuits
Yes.
we're seeing from Group C here.
From the more confident teams, it looks like, are just
Yeah.
going for it. And these guys are jumping around.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. Oh.
Out of one frying pan and into a second frying pan, though, as I believe the saying goes.
Oh, it's
Whoa,
the
low ground.
Grounders versus GLM.
Yeah.
Whoa! Prex is down. And out. High Ground's got plenty of health. Snow is chasing him down. though.
Shielding up underneath there, it looked like as well. Sucking down that shield fluid.
Whoa. That felt dirty.
It's how
I
you
don't
gotta
know
get your
why.
shields back.
GLM on the offensive, mid-ground, trying to get the heck out of there.
If you can build a second Fortress Melbourne logo whilst under fire.
That would be worth something.
Okay,
That's what I call
GLM
a
looking
retreat.
lower in health. From further out here, you can see the GLM players
Yeah.
starting to get into an awkward position.
That looked like a tactical retreat there from one of the Grounders. Your friend's son got anything to say about a tactical retreat?
Always tactically retreat.
Such beautiful poetry.
Yeah. Low ground absolutely copped it.
Yeah.
Put down and
Low ground's got to be
eliminated.
eliminated there.
Results and so mid ground with the tactical retreat is the last remaining player on the team.
Oof,
Haven't seen
that's
much
the-
from Aggro Antonio.
The storm closing in on people here too.
Yeah.
Not a great position to be in. That's my expert commentary. Don't be in the place that hurts you.
Aggro Antonio, yeah, I don't know if they have any team members left, what's going on with them, but it looks like they're solo and it looks like they're just trying to stay alive.
Yep.
Yeah. Out for a nice hike.
Yeah, it's really relaxing out here. What's this behind me?
It's funny how NFL players are always thinking about going for a walk while they're playing. They're always yelling like, hike, hike! I'm like, no, now's not the time, man.
Loving this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Loving
is
this
a beautiful,
Yeah.
like the terrifying sort of paths you'll get along Chinese mountainsides. You know the ones I mean? I've seen them on Instagram.
Yep.
Small parts, you got to hold onto them with a chain.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa! Oh, I don't know if that picked up on the microphone, but my Siri thing just told me I had no alarms. That scared the hell out of me. Someone else was
Why?
in the room for a moment.
Why did that happen?
Not a clue.
All right.
Ironically, very
LT
alarming for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Tell me you got no alarms. You're giving me one right now.
Mid-ground
Mid-ground.
still, yeah. Skirting the edge.
Yeah. Hedging their bets. Trying to stay away from, it looked like GLM who were all in the diner or whatever it was there.
LT certified and LT exotic here with Seal on the team as well.
They're the streets that are next to regular certified street and regular exotic street. You of course then get little certified and little exotic going horizontal along Melbourne. Beautiful city in which Fortress Melbourne is located.
When Seal eliminates you, that's they call that getting the kiss from a rose.
I can't even remember a second thing that it could be called from Seal's career.
Crazy.
It's not that weird of me. I think it's pretty normal for me not to be able to.
You
Now, who's
son
on
of a
first?
bitch.
Ah, cool. We checked in with these that team quite early on, and they're still doing doing well. All three team
Mid ground
members.
is revived high ground and low ground here too. They're back in the game.
Wow. That's what I call a good Fortnite player.
Straight into the storm.
So this team, not many kills for that team, I will say, but dead center and well placed, got the high ground, and they can potentially pick off GLM here, who look to have revived their third team member as well.
Yeah, that low kill count may come from them coming to this position earlier in the match and sort of getting ready for this final confrontation.
We'll see if it pays off, because you know they could just get taken out straight away by one of these teams who are battle hardened. Oh, and GLM is now taking on the ground team
for the second time in the match.
Yeah, but they're all being targeted by this wily team right up the top of the mountain.
Yeah, Fanboy Reverb and Mr. Ozza are just pecking down at people like little hailstones ruining your car. Low ground, I believe, just got downed. Possibly eliminated down the bottom of that structure.
Oh, yeah.
There. There's a whole other team sort of over to the east there.
Yes!
Who just aren't doing anything.
Mid ground, very low health at the moment. GLM's not doing too good either.
GLM and
here
the
we go.
Both getting a lot of pressure from that encroaching storm.
Yeah. Results is low on health and shield 2. And then I think we've lost a couple of GLM, or Prex at least.
What if it's pronounced gloom?
I guess then we'd have to start pronouncing it differently. I mean, if you want to know my honest answer.
Carpet Stealthy, Benobs, and the Grensky sisters are off in the distance there.
Oh, they're not in the distance. They're right there.
They got a lot of trouble coming their way too.
Oof.
The team up in the sky.
Yeah. Reverb just raining bullets down.
Man, I'd be so scared to be that high up. I don't know how...
I'd hate all of this happening to me in my life, honestly.
You know when you hear like a traffic report from someone in the helicopter, it always baffles me that they're not going like, the Western Ring Road seems pretty full. I'd just be terrified up in that chopper.
Not realizing they have vertigo until they're in the helicopter.
Yeah.
Looking at me like, oh!
I already signed the contract. This was a bad first day.
So this is the team that's sneaking their way up the side of the mountain. Looks like did they get the better of that gunfight, or did they just
I think so, yeah. Well, there was another team down below that Benno DBZ got those 2 kills there from. But it looks like they've been hiding out for most of this match. 6 teams remaining here, with the circle getting smaller and smaller. Pretty unique thing to this particular match.
Ho-ho! Mr. Ozza and Benod BZ.
This tactic of raining down hell from above seems to be working pretty well for those other
Yeah! I mean, they're starting to rack up the kills.
And in these final minutes, it's definitely giving them the advantage here. But yeah, like we say, placement isn't the only thing. It's not the one metric that you're being judged on here to get into the grand final.
It's not the be-all and end-all. GLM still sticking it out.
Yeah, kind of a stalemate down on the ground, it feels like.
Looks like it, yeah. Mr. Ozza getting closer, looks like. Insta, I think, yeah. Insta's down.
I think these teams are maybe feeling the pressure of this being the final qualifier too, and
yeah,
are playing very cautiously. Granky X Slay, though, with no kills, and neither does Co-op at Stealthy. So that's not going to work well for them after this match is done, even if they do place high. Hopefully they can rack up a few here on the way out.
Get in there, yes.
Wow. A big cube.
All right, this is the real stuff. I reckon a bunch of
tense final moments here, yeah, because they've got themselves the shield. It looks like every team here has the resources to stick this out for as long as they can while this storm closes in and wraps things up, even if these teams aren't going to.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like it's extremely close to being closed now, and it's just going to be based on who survives the longest.
Yeah, the GLM here, though, with a significantly higher number of kills between them than the other teams that we're seeing. Oof. And not enough people on the ground to really beat that, so they're looking for the extra points from placement here, which will matter.
And it's the only thing that matters, right?
Tommy!
Ain't I a stinker?
And this looks to be it. The storm is really getting in there now.
That's real small. So whoever has the most health can last the longest. And
it looks like GLM got outed, and yeah, that's it. Benod, DBZ, Grunky, and the other player on the team there are the victors of that particular round in terms of placement, but we will see later on what the full tally reveals about who killed and who spilled.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen three pretty different matches in terms of approaches, right, across those three qualifiers. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how those tactics all come together when they're up against each other in the grand final.
That's right, yeah. So I found that one, like, a lot, like you said, slower, more methodical, more cautious and reserved than especially that first game that we saw. But it has been cool seeing three games with different tones, different moods, different attitudes.
Yeah, I assume it's going to become even more cautious as we get, as we head into the grand final. Of course, it's all about placement there. But yeah, I think you could tell the sort of the teamwork of some teams in that match was specifically really, really good. You know, you could tell which players had obviously played together before. They weren't just thrown together, perhaps in the lobbies. And yeah, tactically, you know, getting those revives, retreating when you need to, and stuff like that. I think that stood out to me in that one, that there was a specific sort of synergy of those teams.
Yep.
Building a giant Fortress Melbourne emblem that reached into the heavens. Definitely got high ground, mid ground, and low ground attention, but did it get them the points? No, but it can't contribute for points. That's not what the game is about. It would be a Lego competition, which I believe is already an idea that someone else has had. But not like this Master of the Map competition here, which will be wrapping up in the next game, which is so exciting for the grand final to be just on the horizon, or I guess even closer than the horizon, because it would take you quite a while to get to the horizon.
Yeah, it's probably, I don't know, what would you say, if you're running maybe 1 kilometer away?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm running, it'd be 200 meters away, so we'll get there in like half an hour or whatever.
Right.
You've got to keep the individual in mind. But yeah, it's been a really fun day so far with Master of the Map and watching Fortnite, thanks to Fortress Melbourne and Telstra and Alienware. I've had a great time getting my little peepers on these matches.
What have you learned so far, Nox? What have you learned?
I've learned that the speed at which people can build in general in Fortnite is far higher than the speed at which I can build.
Yeah.
I think I've also learned that trios is that extra layer of complexity with the game that definitely makes for interesting play. But for me personally, just being flanked in the way that people have been with these pincer movements, like a crab have made it obviously a key part of what people have been doing here. That teamwork is crucial. So I think you're right, Ben, in pointing out that the teams who have played together before and know each other and play a lot together maybe do have an advantage.
Totally. And I think, on the other hand, teams that just go for it, guns are blazing, they don't necessarily spend too much time building or strategizing. They're just really good with, their gunplay and their fast twitch reflexes. That's also an incredibly good strategy for the qualifying rounds where you just need kills as well.
I've also learned that people don't wear the Rick costume as much as my experience with the general public game has been.
Yeah, that's genuinely been disappointing. Still some good skins.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it
but
feels like a lot of people who've been playing for a long time who've had their favorite skin for a significant amount of time now.
Right.
They are not TV. They're not being won over by a flash in the pan trend, aka Rick and Morty.
I think you'll find that Rick and Morty 100 years, a million seasons, Morty 100 years, rickandmorty.com.
Well, you have to have an extremely high IQ to get a Rick Sanchez skin.
Yes.
So, I have a Morty skin. Personally, I genuinely do.
I think of both because we're going to make more videos about Fortnite at some point, and I can't tell if I find them funny, ironically, or that's just me now. And
I think they're genuinely funny.
Rick and Morty's good. I don't mind Rick and Morty as the show, but having a Rick and Morty skin in Fortnite is an extra layer that I've not yet been able to peel back in my mind, because my mind less of an onion that you can peel back and more of just a rock. Try peeling a rock. You're not getting
Sure, yeah.
Well, that's the beauty of it. It can be a funny, ironic skin that also reminds you of a show that you literally do enjoy and find funny and run a fan website about. So that's great.
Go to Rick and Morty.
Don't say a fake one.
If
Go to filthycasuals.com.au.
For Adam Knox's Rick and Morty fan site. That's where you can find it.
You'll definitely find it. His erotica, filthycasuals.com.au for all of your Rick and Morty erotica and fan site needs.
Hey, we've got some replays here from the last game. High ground, mid ground, and low ground. I hope we get to see a little bit of them building their structure in these replays. That'd be cool to see. But their little pose on top of it.
Oh, that
really
taxi action. Very nice.
I love this soothing music we get in the replays.
Yeah. Oh, this is when Toasty Goat went down. Very sad to see.
Toasty Greatest of All Time is their full name, of course.
Oh, I love that. Building the wall behind... we did give away a Big Bang for that, didn't we? We already did,
Yeah, we did.
That was very nice stuff.
There it is.
There's the big
emblem.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I can't believe they told us not to say the F word on this.
I wish I could, because I would scream it looking at that huge F.
Fortress! It's the only F word I know.
It's debilitating in your daily life. You can't say fast. You can't say future.
Yeah.
Friday. When Friday rolls around, you're useless.
Well, instead of singing Friday, I sing Fortress, Fortress, gotta get down on Fortress.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
To this day, you'd have thought you'd have stopped singing that song, but even now.
Oh, so that was low ground getting eliminated by GLM. A tense little knife fight in the box there.
So, I'm interested to see when we get the summary of the results for this round as well. Which of those teams? GLM were playing well.
Yeah.
So was it GLM who were that top of the top, far and away team when we were looking at the results before?
I don't remember. We'll have to check in. I guess we'll be seeing who qualifies for the grand final. So
right.
Get to revisit some of those very fun teams that we saw earlier on in the qualifiers.
And that's what's happening right now behind the scenes. The Boffins are working away at which of the teams has made it into the ultimate grand final here for Fortnite, and then who, based upon that, will A, win Fortnite, and B, win Master of the Map overall.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I wonder how they calculate that. We do know they have supercomputers, but I think they're going to do it on a piece of paper and with a pencil, and they're going to tally it all up.
That's where some of the best ideas happen, on a napkin. All the scores and so on are being collected as we speak. And watch Ben do this sexy dance. The player in there. But now that we cut back to us, you've got the opportunity if you want. The floor is yours.
To do a sexy dance?
Yeah.
All right, we are going to take a break, and when we come back, we will know who our finalists are going to be for the final, obviously. Welcome back to day 2 of Master of the Map. We are moments away from getting into the grand final. We are going to find out who has won the day. We are going to find out who has won the title of Master of the Map across the entire competition. It's very exciting stuff. Before we get into that, we have to do a couple of things. First of all, Ben, why don't you tell people about a massive competition that Fortress is running at the moment?
Yeah, you would have seen the video in all the breaks. It is, of course, the Fanatics Arise 2021 competition. And it's really, really simple. Fortress just want to know from you, the viewers at home, the community, what you want more of at Fortress, whether it's, specific events, influencers, comedians, from Melbourne who work in a trio on a podcast, perhaps. But what kind of stuff you want Fortress to put on for you, the Fortress community. And just for giving your opinion, you have the chance to win prizes from a prize pool of, and this, I have to check it every time I say it because it seems ridiculous, $75,000. That is one of the biggest prize pools I've ever heard of, and I've been to the Olympics.
Gold is virtually worthless compared to the huge prizes. Yeah, there's $25,000 worth of instant wins as well. You get stuff like, there's an unreleased Alienware PC battle station.
Yes.
You'll be the first in Australia to own it, which is really exciting. I think that's cool.
I think it's very cool.
Like a thing that nobody's even seen. A couple of people in the delivery chain have touched the box, I suppose. But other than them, you are the first. PlayStation 5, 24 months free Telstra Home Internet, and you also get 12 months of Game Pass and an Xbox Series X. Instant weekly loot and lots more stuff like that. fortressmelbourne.com/arise, or
yes,
put a little exclamation mark and then the word arise in the chat, and that'll do it.
That'll do it. A little chat coding, like you mentioned before, hacking into the chat and getting a sneaky little message for yourself.
That's what you should be doing. This should be you right now. And then a keyboard here rather than it being like probably 12 inches above the table where I was typing. Do it on your keyboard.
And it probably wouldn't take nearly that long. You just go, blah.
It might even take longer if you're smashing the keyboard like I was. But in the meantime, look at this. Speaking of prizes, this is what the people in the grand final who are competing in just moments stand to win. You might note that all of them, just by being in it, have already won cash.
That's right. I mean, just by being in it, you've already won.
It's a crazy system that I think absolutely does not reward people trying. But yeah, up the top there, you get that $1,500 to $100 prize. And these are the qualified teams that we'll be watching. We took note of Jarlin in the first game there.
Yep.
They were the ones who we were following for a lot of that. We've got Hands Don't Work. Power plus Danath were the team who were far ahead in the rankings of their group.
Yeah, huge kill total for them. Brolic Clan have been doing pretty well for most of the day. We've seen a fair bit of their great work. Yeah, a lot of these familiar to us from across the day. But yeah, a few of these, I'm seeing their names for the first time here on this screen of qualified teams. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The winner could be someone that we have not seen yet on a game, Adam.
That's true. Yeah, they're coming from all across the different groups, not all of which, as you point out, we've seen. We've watched Group A, B, and C, but we've got Groups D and E also representing in here. And every single one of those teams, like we said, have won cash, but the grand prize of $1,500 will go to the winning team from the graphic before. But my goodness, there's everything to play for. I am excited beyond a level that I expect anyone appreciates.
Have we seen the Granny Grinders at all? That's a team name that's really sticking out to me here.
I imagine we'd remember them if the Granny Grinders were someone we'd come across at this point.
You'd
because
hope so.
It's a team named after my favorite hobby is something that I would, I feel like I would remember having come across before.
So we are getting ready to go into the grand final. This is it now. We've mentioned this several times across the day that you need a combination of placement and kills to move across into the grand final. For the grand final, it is pure placement. Kills do not matter. Well, of course, they matter for you to get that placement, but in terms of the ranking at the end of the match, it is pure placement. So we can see a different strategy, perhaps, from a team that we weren't seeing from them in any of the qualifying matches.
That's right. Yeah, it's the results that you see at the end of the game are the results that matter for those prizes here in the grand final.
Yes.
Get a load of this. I will also point out that I think we've got a couple of technical issues with Ben. He's not gotten shy. We're just waiting for him to come back.
Oh, a big grand final. I'm too scared.
No, Ben's still here and he'll be back soon, hopefully.
Yeah, he's got some tech issues. We'll get him in the mix very shortly, hopefully. But
I think you and me have got this, Tommy. As every single video game character in the modern day says, we got this.
We got this. So that just happened.
Those are the elimination leaderboards on the left there. You can see how these teams have been tracking across the day as we move into the grand final here. So Powerworthy, GLM Danath, these are, I suppose, the individual players who've been doing the best. So GLM were definitely one that we saw doing well in the game that we were watching just last, I think, the third game there.
Yes, I think you're right.
And now, like us with Fortress Melbourne, this bridge is being burned. Top two players there, it's worth saying as well, Danath and Worthy, they're both from the same team, explaining how in their group they were streaks ahead of the other team. So they're definitely one to watch here.
They're definitely the team to beat.
And they are literally the team we're watching. Until now. Mark, Shaggy, and Tewaramu hanging out in the woods here. Gathering up their resources. Oh man, can you imagine going back to nature? I mentioned this yesterday, but I got charged by a wombat.
Yes,
on
it's
Friday.
this yarn making its second consecutive appearance.
It's a yarn I saved for the grand final because a wombat really ran at my shins, and I know for a fact about wombats that if they whack you in the shins, they can destroy them. As will these teams be attempting to destroy one another.
Well, that's true of a lot of things. If they come at you fast enough at the shin, that shin's going to be in a lot of trouble. Doesn't matter if it's a wombat,
I guess so.
Or just a large dog.
Even a small dog, if it's going fast enough.
Yeah.
Like if you fired a small dog out of a cannon at my shins, my shins aren't winning. Neither's the dog, to be fair. But like both of us are walking or hobbling away from that.
So do you think this is going to have changed your relationship to both nature and or wombats?
It's made me respect them more than I did. I thought them the silly clown of Australian wildlife, but they're actually one to watch, which could be the case for one of the teams if they come from behind here in the grand final of Master of the Map.
Yes, the wombat tactic. Famous Fortnite competitive move.
Get low and charge.
I like this this whole skin thing that's going on here, and the is that a big candy cane axe?
It's a candy cane and a skeleton. Halloween and Christmas combined. You can see there the teams that we're looking at here, all fairly distant from one another. Up at Coral Castle, you've got a few teams congregating and maybe going to get into some conflict there. But for the most part, players are at this point pretty separated.
Pretty spread out, yep.
We're down to just 27 teams, though. Someone has been eliminated already. We didn't get that on screen, but you don't need to know everything, right in front of you. You can infer it.
Yep.
That's what the cinematic masterpieces do.
Fade to black, gunshot. You guys figure it out.
Exactly. Show, don't tell. So we're seeing the Santa Claus team here who we were following earlier on.
Yep.
Looking like they're trying to get away from a bit of a battle there to me, putting up the walls and that'd be who from. As they railgun down. That boat is in a strange place.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's looking at the water.
Yeah, it's an aspirational boat. High ground, middle ground, and low ground who built the enormous F before.
Yep.
Didn't let that diversion stop them from getting into the grand final, which is pretty impressive to me. So they're going to be one to watch as well.
Have a bit of fun in the middle. Do a bit of a stunt. Still make it to the grand final.
Wave Spray Crusades and FA Marks here. I'm not sure if we've been privy to their behavior.
I don't think so.
Till now.
I
Same
love
with
being
Back
privy.
Venom and Smug. Oh man, being privy to stuff, I hate it when I'm not included.
Boys,
think
do I know
previous-
how that feels?
Hey!
It's back.
He's taking the screwdriver to his microphone and Ben's back.
Oh, who cares who wins the grand final? This is as much of a victory as I need. Ben back on the air.
I'll just get confirmation from production that I am actually coming through on the stream, but
Good point.
Yep.
Well,
My-
we can hear him. We can tell you what he's saying if you can't hear him on the stream. So to catch you up, Ben, we're down to 27 of the 28 teams. There was an early conflict. We've got Wonka in a car here, which is a terrifying thought because the 2 times he's in a vehicle in the film,
Yes.
well, the original film,
Well, there's no way to know which way he's going.
no. Something showing, I believe. And then there's that second one with Mike TV.
Yep.
You know, he's driving that
Oh,
big
yeah,
thing
yeah,
that's
yeah.
spitting out all the cream, as they call it, the meme-mobile. Huge car spitting out cream. Good
Oh,
description
yes.
to me. A bunch of car action as people move around the map here.
Very nice.
The grounders
They're building
building
a
up
tower.
another structure.
Yeah,
Whether this will be
yeah.
another letter.
So far, it's a short letter I, kind of.
Yeah, that's just a full stop, I guess.
Yeah. They're going for punctuation in this round.
Or it could be an H. There's two struts there.
Yeah. And we have Gremlin approaching. Now running away.
On their own, too. I don't know if Gremlins
Yeah.
have the other two. Oh, no, there they
All right.
come.
We got a little shootout going here.
Gremlin RVL IMHO, in my honest opinion. DeConzi. Yeah, that chicken's terrified.
Zoom on in. Give us a good look at the shot.
So, like... Man, imagine if that chicken comes from behind to claim the whole thing.
Yeah.
The master of the map. Did the chicken come first, though, or was it the egg team? We won't be able to know if it places. As you can see here, people are being a lot more cautious than they were. That sort of standoff there ended with high ground, mid ground, and low ground leaving. Because we're all about placement here in the grand final. Whoever ends up in the top spot in the game is the winner. And of course, then later on, we will be announcing the overall master of the map winner.
Oh! That's a hell of an entrance from Venom.
Yeah, from as Deadpool as well. I believe a grey Deadpool.
I'm confused. I mean,
New
they're both
cinematic
Marvel
universe.
characters. Yeah.
Yeah. Some great construction from Venom there. Smug applying a lot of pressure to handstone work.
Yeah.
Ooh, changing sides.
Oh, I love the skin there. That's like a cel-shaded kind
Cel-shaded,
of
yeah.
model. Yeah, very nice.
Wasn't enough to save Smug from handstone work. Venom down
Yeah,
as well.
wow.
Oh,
You gonna revive them?
looming over Venom.
What's happening here? Put them out of their misery. No, they're the same team. Oh, okay. We just didn't see the
yeah, that's a
animation, maybe.
revive.
Yeah.
Yeah. A good revive there too. Very much needed with handstone work.
Yeah.
It's on their own with Duke the Duke, their teammate, down the hill.
Yeah, right.
Venom
Trusting
dead
them.
again.
Yeah, trusting them to get the job done, it looks like.
Yeah.
Cop that. TTV back 59.
Oof,
Also down.
gone. If they get revived, maybe someone can be bringing TT back. Oh, God damn it. You knew what I meant. You
No,
knew what I meant.
Not in the slightest.
I have
I'm
no
bringing
idea.
TTV back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know when like a dog wants to run and they just shuffle their little legs around because they're too excited to even run?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I do
how
know
it felt
that.
trying to say that. Man,
Shaggy in the morph suit
This is-
again.
this is tense.
This is tense.
Every encounter could be you getting knocked out of the competition. Literally, every shot that you take is potentially worth real Australian dollars.
Every shot you take, every move you make, we will be watching you.
For now.
But later, we
But
might stop.
it's not guaranteed that all of us will be able to stay on the stream. I feel like my computer's going to be the next to blow up. Here's Catwoman. I love being able to say stuff like that. That's fun to watch, to be honest.
Catwoman's here, everybody. Catwoman.
The kit, ladies and gentlemen. High ground, mid ground, and low
Yeah.
ground.
I love
with
the
complex forwards.
The cleanliness of their building. It's considered. It's visually appealing. It's my aesthetic. I love it. There's no
Frank
award
Lloyd
for good
Wrights.
building, is there?
We kind of gave them that before. With the,
Oh, yeah,
we
true.
gave them the award for the F.
It was not. Yeah, okay. Next time, this is my suggestion. Get a specific building award in the mix. Fortress.
Love that.
I would
It
love
looked like
it.
they built a little garage in there for their car.
Oh, very nice.
Build an ensuite.
Start a band.
Build a man cave.
Rehearse in there.
Get some sound baffling on that wall. Do a podcast
All right, now
in the middle of
this
Fortnite.
is
Yeah. What resources do you need to build sound baffling?
apparently heaps. People drop a lot of dosh on sound baffling. And it does sound baffling to me.
Ackerman is now left alone in the middle of... Oh no, that's their team. Oh man. Shots raining at them from the ground. I know rain doesn't normally come from a ground, but I guess geysering at them.
Yeah, okay.
It
Volcano.
evaporates back up, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure. That's where, that is how it works.
Yeah, yeah.
The circle of life, dude.
The circle
Crazy
of
stuff.
precipitation. A simpler building, but just as effective in being a defensive structure. And they're a great team.
Still-
We've seen them before.
26 teams remaining as well. People a lot more defensive
Yeah.
and cautious here in the grand final, with good reason.
Also, if anyone wants to give me a new PC, clearly I need one. Just wanted to put that out there.
Go
I even had
Fanatics
something-
Arise, then.
I even had something to come back from the break with. Did you guys see the graphic said back soon with GF? And I was going to say, it's been 6 months. I think it's time for me to give it up. She's not coming back.
Ben,
It's
you've
time
cut
to
out
move
again,
on.
sorry.
Yeah, sorry, you've left us unexpectedly, which I don't think is related to what you were saying. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, this is
Two
some real,
teams
real action.
Closely together in their respective buildings here.
Just really
I'm
taking them apart.
I'm anxiously rubbing my hands here like Mr. Burns because I'm tense.
Well, yes, you know that
gotta-
this is their last chance. This is it. Recju Scrub is out of shields, and it looks like they're under
GLM were
attack.
good competitors
Yeah,
in one of the games we watched, and seeing them hole up like this, they're all pretty well equipped here.
yeah. Now, who's that? High ground is taking some pot shots. If they get someone down here, we've got to give them out an award. This is a lovely sniping position.
And we can see there on the map that, yeah, most of the teams have tried to stay far away from each other, but as the circle closes in around them, they are being shoved together, as is the intentional gameplay design of Fortnite.
And I guess it depends on where you've built your structure. If that's in a good position based on the circle closing, whether or not you can maintain that defensive position, or you're just going to be out in the open.
Exactly. Everyone trying to keep their heads down. A few pot shots ringing out, but yeah, really, this is going to be a hugely intense last few moments of this game.
Not much movement in the teams still left at all. A couple dropped out very early on, and then it's just everyone's stayed the course.
Taking pot shots from their their defensible positions.
Because you've got to factor in that, like, the nerves you feel in something like a grand final can lead to you slipping up. Because I'm nervous and I've got nothing to lose here.
I wouldn't go that far.
Here's some advice. Don't actually, I don't know what I did. I think my USB hub maybe just reset itself.
Well,
Don't hit
that car that they were in down there. Clumps them all together, which is definitely dangerous at this point.
You love to...
A truck!
Wow. That was a truck. That's a lot of people.
For anyone who was watching yesterday, there might be someone with a repeat of the truck strategy from the finale.
I don't think they're playing today, which is a real shame. But maybe, you know, a team has learnt off that excellent strategy.
Could be influenced.
Yeah.
My friend's son, if you remember him, he always says, get in a truck and the war is won. You can see from how many names we've got on the screen here, how clumped together we all are at the end. Bunkering down. Salad horse down over there.
Oh, yep. Zillow.
Oof. Crusades looks like they've just lost their shields.
Oh, no. They've drank a little potion.
Everyone's got their own houses and they're not leaving them. That's a very familiar feeling as Adam Russ fanboy
Fanboy is downed.
Very, very close to elimination here.
Oh.
Hail Mary rocket.
Yeah, their teammates trying to revive them, but gunfire all around them. And here comes the shield. I mean, the storm.
The storm.
Circle.
You're right, Adam. It
It's
is
a
a very
closing
familiar
it.
scenario. We're all in lockdown, and then, you know, your neighbor would come over with a rocket launcher and just blow the side off your house. Get out here!
I don't believe in it! You can see how many players are going to get trapped outside of the circle
Yes.
momentarily.
Yes, look at that bottom left. So many players clumped together there, and they're going to be forced to leave their positions, head out in the open, and risk getting taken down.
And it's basically like you're gambling on where you set up shop, ending up in the next phase of the circle.
Yep. They started the game by stopping, dropping, and open up shopping.
Oof! Gigs United
Yeah.
down. An apple a day
Apple a
also
day
down.
That team is out.
And unfortunately, a doctor won't be able to make their way over because an apple a day will not be approachable.
Teams all of a sudden disappearing very quickly.
Yes.
Yeah. Now,
all
clumping
in-
together like that as well, like you
They're
can
in the
kind of
meat
point.
grinder. Yeah.
Yeah. You can do the thing where you all put your backs together and spin around like in the third Matrix movie. But also, you're ripe for an explosion to take you all out.
Yep.
Man.
Call it the Nutty Professor 2 defense.
Yep, they are all clumped.
Yeah, and ultimately
Well
not
done.
actually that good. Oh, and there we go with another player down and out. Eliminated, it looks like. Insta taking some damage there. A little bit of shield coming back.
Booger is
By themselves,
also
it looks like. Oh no,
just-
bow.
No, yeah, religious bows there,
Yeah.
taking some shield. It looked as though they were underneath another team to me as well, but I couldn't quite make out. No one willing to make the first move. This is like a high school dance where everyone is clumping off into their little groups, too afraid to interact.
Yep, it's like a high school dance. I'm not actually involved.
Watching and just giving your
Watching from
opinion.
afar.
Jinx up nice and high.
Yeah.
Feels like a safe place to be, but then also you can get a rocket coming at you from underneath. Let me tell you, that will blow you up.
You'd hate if the
Function
Jinx
of a rocket.
if the Jinx wandered into a bathroom and then suddenly gave up their entire strategy on a hot mic they didn't know about. And that's a low blow award for the Jinx. Let's give him a low blow. I
Robert
did a good
Durst,
joke while they were on
congratulations,
screen.
you've done it.
Congratulations
Well done, Robert
to
Durst.
PWR Jinx with a low blow award. Love to see it. Giving out an award when you yourself make a good joke is one of the greatest feelings that you can ever have.
Absolutely.
It would feel far too much shame. But that's my problem, and I accept that.
So who we got here? Rex, Insta,
Yep,
and
16
Wonkamex. Yep.
Teams remaining 15, so almost half of the team's gone. We're looking at the top 50%. 13 teams, this is all happening quickly now.
Yes.
There's nowhere to go but maybe up.
Or sideways, but not very far sideways.
Not far, that storm is encroaching.
I reckon, yes. Who has the highest ground at the moment? Looks like perhaps this team that we're
It
watching
should be a
here.
benefit to you, yeah.
Absolutely.
Here's Denatham, Worthy, and Jinx. Yeah, so they were the team who were far and away ahead of their group in the qualifying rounds.
They have the best position by far because, yes, as you said, when the storm circle closes in, there's nowhere to go but up. And if you're waiting up the top with a healthy stash of weapons, it's up to you to just pick off everyone below you.
When you're high, you never ever want to come down, as Axl Rose predicted about the game Fortnite.
Yes, look at all these lower placed, physically lower placed teams, absolutely copping it.
Jinx with plenty of shield to go around.
Yep, and just going up and up and up. But you know
Oh,
they are
it's
in
moving
danger
quickly now.
of
Yeah.
getting shot themselves. They're distracted by building. However, they also seem to be very good at shooting.
Yeah. This team, who seemed to be better than every other team, continues to seem to be better than every other team. But all it takes is one slip up,
Yes.
and you're eliminated. That's all we're playing for here is elimination. With
Kramer
only 10
taught us
teams
that,
remaining.
famously.
7 teams left.
Whoa!
Not much in it now.
Not much in it at all.
So the teams with Booj and Zen down the bottom seem to be interacting. Fighting each other, I guess, not interacting.
Shaggy's down there.
Power and
Losing
Denath,
health.
though, maintaining that high ground
Yeah.
and keeping themselves away from the rest of the fighting as these other teams eliminate each other below them. 6 teams remaining. This is it. We're almost up to the 5 teams remaining. Bronze, silver, and gold
Oh, wow.
within sight. Shaggy just got eliminated there, it looked like.
Yep. Mark is rapidly losing health. Jinx, dead center of the storm. Not much health left, not much shield left, but maintaining solid position, and it looks like any second now.
This
Mark!
is it.
This is it.
Mark!
Mark, at the last second, able to hold on longer than Power and Denath, who were pretty dominant for the entire tournament. Look at that, a shock finish that you can get when you're only looking for placement there. Congratulations to that team and to all of the competitors who all won money in the grand final there. An incredible last second that I'm excited to see in replays, but that's it.
Yeah.
That was the grand final of Fortnite, and my heart is luckily pounding, which is what it's meant to be doing.
Yeah, so we've got a winner of today. We will be going through everything shortly, stats-wise, and seeing some replays, and we're going to find out also who won across the whole weekend, because it wasn't just about today, it was about becoming the master of the map, the ultimate Battle Royale champion. But yeah, that was a fantastic grand final.
I agree completely.
Interesting watching that strategy, which seemed like the absolute, the peak strategy for lasting to the end, kind of not pay off, because I think maintaining that position required them to keep using a lot of health packs and shields, and when it came down to it, they copped it sweet in the storm, and it was Mark who managed to maintain that high level of health all the way to the end.
Right. Because once you're down to those last few seconds, you're backing yourself into a corner where you can't escape, you can't do anything other than have that close quarters combat, which can go quickly either way. You're not able to predict that sometimes, and it could come down to a player who is either better at shooting or dodging, which it seemed like Mark was.
Yeah.
It's a game about building, and it's a game about shooting. I've always said that, and all of these people were doing both of those things fantastically. That is my expert opinion.
A lot of different views, but I would say that building and shooting were two of the components that managed to net the win for the last player standing. Incredible that it was one player versus a squad versus at the end there too. Sorry, Ben.
I'd like to come in with a left field suggestion. Movement is also key. I've always said that.
I don't know if people can tell, but we're trying to be the bad boys of Fortnite commentary, and so there you go.
Oh wow, it was Brolic.
That was the name of the team that we've been dancing around. But the day 2 winners of Master of the Map, so the winners of Fortnite were Brolic Clan there. Congratulations to Tewaramu, Shaggy, and of course Mark, who was the last player standing.
Mark Giggity Goo.
Yes.
To get his second one.
Hell of a performance there by Mark. That really was an insane last couple of minutes there. The Tower of Terror reaching up into the sky, and Mark just happened to I think dodge and maintain equipment long enough, and it was really crazy. It's a crazy level of play at the end there. Really, really impressive stuff from Brolic Clan. Of course, they featured in a bunch of the previous rounds. I noticed them racking up heaps of points in the qualifiers. So clearly a very experienced and solid team taking out the Fortnite competition today. And
they were able to maintain under the pressure of that ending there. I think that's where when your strategy, as was Parent Anath, is to avoid for a lot of it and to take pot shots from up there, you're not in the same mode that those like Brolic who are in the thick of it were, being able to react quickly when things got to that finishing point where people had no choice but to fight.
Absolutely. Their skills were honed in battle, you could say, Adam.
I would say that their skills were honed in battle.
I love how concise that was.
Sorry for shooting from the hip, but I got to say their skills really were honed in battle.
So, mate, you just stole that off Nox.
Let's have a look at some replays.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, that was the on the fly revive.
Mark as well. Mark, I'm gonna have a go. Godogo, who you pointed out, Tommy, loving their hair earlier on. I think that was you, Tommy. The dark to the blue. Maybe that was Ben.
No, that was me.
It would have been Ben. I because of my own personal situation, I don't really like to comment on people's hair. It makes me too self-conscious.
Yeah. No, I went for it.
Hair phobia.
I also have two-toned hair. It's part black and part grey.
Very cool. I can't wait to get those grey streaks down the sides, honestly. Look like Mr. Sheffield.
Now, Mr. Sheffield's skin in Fortnite would be amazing.
Let's keep a lookout for some sharpshooting or some big bangs here, because we want to give out some more prizes. That's sharpshooting. That's a sharpshooter.
That was sharpshooting.
Right there. Chuck in a sharpshooter award for Jinx. Very nice stuff there. And
Parent Anath, pretty an upset for them to be so far ahead for the qualifiers, and then have everything kind of set up for them to win there. Like they really seem to.
Plenty of kills along the way. Yep. It's not like they weren't getting any action. Like they were clearly good on the offense as well. But just lost it at the end.
And they had a clear strategy that they were sticking to. You know, it seemed as though that strategy was something they probably discussed ahead of time.
Yep.
But it wasn't enough for Mark's crouching and hiding that we can see from their perspective at the end there.
Yes.
absolutely paid off for them, though. Congratulations to all of the teams for making it to the grand final. Firstly,
Yes.
but then to it's not broccoli, but if you jumbled the letters around, it would sort of spell broccoli.
Sure.
Yeah, but yeah, really high level of play, which I think underlines how impressive that final was. All the qualifiers were different, as we noted, but really, really clearly some teams in there that were really fantastic at Fortnite. And Mark and Team Broccoli, as you said, Knox, well-deserved winners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and of course, everyone who was in that final is walking away with some form of cash. I will be looking all of them up on Twitch and hitting them up to see if I can borrow some money off them after this match. Very unprofessional of me, but just shows I was paying attention to who actually won it.
Yeah,
So yeah, we'll also be getting the Master of the Map overall winner a little bit later on for you too, which is exciting. Someone is coming to Melbourne, to Fortress Melbourne,
Yes.
thanks to Fortress Melbourne and to Telstra and Alienware, and they will be able to hold high above their head the belt that has been crafted, I'm led to believe, by monks who have taken a vow of silence
Right.
while they were crafting it, but not because it's not a vow so much as they don't get along, so they don't really talk.
Right.
Yeah, it's Monk from the TV show Monk, and
Yes.
I guess his
Tony
brother.
Shalhoub has
Yeah.
made the Fortress Melbourne Master of the Map belt that will,
That's right.
in 2022, be gifted and presented to the victors, and then little recreations for each of them.
Yeah. I believe, I don't know, I hope the Fortress team will be engraving or somehow recognizing the team on the belt, and the belt will stand there somewhere in the venue for everyone who visits to see and recognize Team Broccoli as the winners of...
Yeah.
Actually, no, it won't be Team Broccoli necessarily, because we'll be tallying everything together to get the overall Master of the Map winner, of course.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah.
that's the interesting thing, is that there were a lot of teams here today that we didn't see yesterday. So it's hard to get an idea of who's going to take out the whole overall weekend, because I don't recall seeing any teams that I recognized from yesterday. So
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting.
And there we are at Brolic, taking out top spot with the $1,500 in cash. And then Power and Danath, the other team we were following in that grand final, of course, getting to second place there overall. Duty carries.
Duty carries their team to third.
Yes. We got Jar, the Gremlins, GLM, who we, of course, were following closely as well. Where are they? That's the Grounders, high, middle, and low. Team PP, fantastic name. It's even more fun to say it. Kills Little Helpers. In the second bracket, they're getting $120 per team. Go out for dinner, celebrate. $90 for everyone from 11th to 20th. Again, go out for dinner.
And get a load of that. $60 to Aggro, who hasn't been on TV for years, so could probably use it.
Yep.
Well done to you, you small puppet.
It's no Cartoon Connection fee, but it is something.
It's something.
More than he's been used to.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Ranger Stacy and the rest of the gang, Crikey the Clown, none of them placed.
Therese.
So yeah, we are moments away from finding out the overall winner. But what have you guys learned? Are you going to be taking any of these techniques that you've observed over the weekend into your own Fortnite playing, Ben?
I'm going to take him into my real life. I've learned that getting a truck and driving it around in circles is one of the best ways to survive until the end. Not necessarily win, but make it all the way through. I'm sure we'll talk about this experience on the podcast, of course. If you joined us at some point during the show, rather than at the start, we are Filthy Casuals. We're comedians from Melbourne, and we do a video games podcast with a comedy angle that comes out every week on Thursdays, Australian time. We also do YouTube videos. Recently, we did a Metroid sort of speed run. But we do competitive stuff together as well. We played Back for Blood. We also did Let's Plays of Heavy Rain and Until Dawn and A Way Out, a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and we're we're recording tomorrow, and we're back IRL recording. This is like the last kind of online thing that we have scheduled for a little while. So I just wanted to say, guys, it came up earlier, but this is the last opportunity for us in the foreseeable future to make the joke of, sorry, Ben, we've just lost your microphone there after something dodgy or unagreeable gets said. So if you want to get it out of your system in the next few minutes that we're on air here, because God help us, I hope this is the last opportunity that we have to use that kind of joke.
Sorry, Tommy, but I've just lost this last thing that you've said there. Something about a microphone. I'm not quite sure. So maybe if you can repeat it at length again.
It's good every time. It's absolutely great every single time.
I want to go on record as saying I've had an incredible time commentating the two Battle Royale games that we've been doing over this weekend, the Master of the Map tournament. It's been a super fun experience. I would do it every weekend if someone would let me. But I've genuinely loved it. I've learned a lot from watching these experienced players, and becoming internet TV commentators has been a dream come true.
This was great fun. I enjoyed every single second of it until just a moment ago when, I don't know if you saw this, a large moth flew right in front of my face onto the screen.
Well, that moth must have been excited about our Master of the Map winner, OZT Cross Tuna, which is Reno, It's Curry, and M7. We've seen them across both days.
They're the truck team, guys.
It's the truck team. That is the truck team. You're right.
Oh my God.
The truck strategy paid off. I will point out as well. It was a tiebreaker in the end, and they won because of average kill per game. So they were the most aggressive, which we've been saying all weekend is the strategy you've got to use.
Yes.
And it's paid off for them. So they will be heading to Fortress Melbourne and getting that belt, and they can do the thing where they chomp it like it's a gold medal, you know, when they chomp the medal.
Yeah, chomp the medal. Yep.
And
do they do that with the wrestling belts?
Genuinely, It's Curry influenced my dinner decision last night after we'd recorded. I got off the stream, couldn't stop thinking about a butter chicken, and then I was like, you know what? I think it's because I kept seeing the word curry coming up on the screen.
They're racking up wins across many formats, whether it's dinner or Battle Royale games.
The Battle Royale that is my daily diet, yes.
Congratulations to them. Winning overall the Master of the Map thing, which, as well as an endurance feat, as much as it's about skill, they had to play a lot of games over the 2 days.
Of course.
And for it to come down to a tiebreaker there, and their average kill per game, clinching it for them, is pretty cool in terms of narrative.
Narratively, very cool. All right, so that brings us to the end of Master of the Map. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to Fortress Melbourne for having us. Remember, they are open again on November the 5th, so book in and get down there. Check out the podcast, Filthy Casuals, with us every week, or our YouTube channel. And thanks everyone for watching and being active and everything in the chat. And of course, finally, Ben and Adam, thank you to you for the gift of friendship. Better than any novelty belt that exists.
Sorry, Tommy, I missed the last 40 to 50 seconds. If you could just repeat all of that again.
Also,
thanks everybody
of course,
for watching.
Thanks to Alienware and Telstra for sponsoring the entire weekend. And thank you to Fortress. Goodbye.